It's Red Eye Radio. He is Eric Harley, and I'm Gary McNamara. 866-90 Red Eye. If you would like to get in, consumer debt explodes.
Wow.
Last month, we'll get to that. The college loans. Oh. The fact that the left, they don't believe the science of COVID. The vice president doesn't believe the science of COVID.
This is Red Eye Radio on Westwood One.
The part of the conversation. Call the show.
Alrighty then, that's in the news. Mentioning at Russia train station massacre.
Wow. The engine oil that works as hard as you do. I'm Eric Harley. He's Gary McNamara for the best-selling Eden Pure Thunderstorm Air Purifier. Gary, as you know, it uses proven oxy technology that quickly destroys viruses, odors, mold,
Good
and so
morning,
much more.
John.
Yeah, it's really great. Any odors in your house?
Oh, the
cooking
coffee's
odors,
coming. The coffee's coming. I gotta go get it's tea this morning. I gotta go get it.
Smell that really
Gotta go get
fresh smell because I've got a few in great locations around the
Yeah.
house.
You know, Steve
Gotta
was
go
telling me
get it.
recently, and the hotel room was supposed to be a non-smoking room, but it smelled like cigarettes.
Oh, I hate
Take the Eden Pure with you. It is compact. No filters to buy. Comes with a USB cable as well. You can plug it into your car. Right now, you can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm 3-pack for whole home protection. You get 3 units for under $200.
Go to EdenPureDeals.com and put in discount code REDEYE3 and save $200. That's EdenPureDeals.com, discount code REDEYE3. Shipping is free.
So, let me tell you about Call on Doc.
Call on Doc.
Call on Doc.
Thank you guys so much. You help more than you know.
$39 flat fee for a single visit with your prescription to your pharmacy in an hour.
It could literally change your life. It's efficient, it's affordable, and it's fast. Thank you, Call on Doc.
It was easily the best experience I've had.
You need to try it. Without them, I don't know what I would do.
Private, easy, and affordable. And did I mention it's all at home, no doctor's office. You can try it out today at callondoc.com. Callondoc.com.
Red Eye Radio and our sponsors are devoted to trucking safety. That's why we're proud to bring you the Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club. We've been saluting drivers who have surpassed the million-mile mark with preventable, accident-free driving. By reaching this milestone, you can be a part of an elite club of drivers who share remarkable safety records and demonstrate superior driving skills. If you or someone you know is a truck driver with 1 million miles or more of driving under your belt without a preventable accident, register online at redeyeradioshow.com. That's redeyeradioshow.com. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club would not be possible without the generous support of the fine folks from Petro Stopping Centers, House Lubricator, Motel 6, the St. Christopher Fund, and Cat Scale. We applaud the individual truckers and fleets who drive with care and keep our highways safe. The Red Eye Radio Million Mile Club, devoted to trucking safety. Register online at redeyeradioshow.com.
The St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund is excited to offer our new diabetes prevention program, Driving Down Diabetes. This free, CDC-approved year-long program includes live webinars focusing on nutrition, exercise, stress management, and more. This program is for those at risk not already diagnosed with diabetes. Visit our website at truckersfund.org and take the risk assessment under the Health and Wellness tab. This prevention program is sponsored by Southern Recipe. Get registered today at truckersfund.org.
WLWIAM is News Radio 1440. Also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
I would like all of us to commemorate with the moment of silence.
President Volodymyr Zelensky addressing Finnish lawmakers through an interpreter after an airstrike on a crowded train station in eastern Ukraine today. The governor of Donetsk says at least 39 people were killed, 87 wounded. The BBC's Joe Inwood.
The images coming from the scene show dozens of bodies lying motionless on the ground. There are pools of blood everywhere. A baby's pushchair is clearly visible. Police officers can be seen going from person to person, looking for survivors. This appears to have been a direct hit on civilians trying to flee the fighting.
Officials say thousands were waiting at the station, mostly women, children, and the elderly. Russia denies responsibility. In Washington, President Biden hosts a ceremony today to mark Ketanji Brown Jackson's historic confirmation to the Supreme Court. She'll become the first black woman justice. Harvard Law student Marianne Hassan watched the Senate vote on TV.
For me, it just gives me hope that my daughter can kind of see herself reflected in the highest levels of judiciary. I didn't have that.
Judge Jackson is a Harvard Law grad. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Maine Senator Susan Collins among the latest to test positive for COVID. An appeals court in Texas has reinstated a Biden administration vaccination mandate for federal workers. About 90% are already in compliance. The first completely privately funded and crewed mission is scheduled to blast off for the International Space Station this morning. Correspondent Peter King is at Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
This first commercial space station flight could be a catalyst for more of the same. Michael Seferdini is the former NASA Space Station manager, now CEO at Axiom Space, which paid for it. He tells CBS News it's been hard to navigate the relationships.
How do you do things that NASA's not used to doing that's commercially oriented? How do you find a happy spot that the government can do their stuff the way they're supposed to do it while we do things commercially?
3 paying customers plan 8 days of scientific research and educational outreach on the station.
Tiger didn't disappoint in his first round of competitive golf since a serious car accident a year ago. Correspondent Steve Futterman is at the Masters in Augusta.
Tiger Woods acknowledged it was a long road back.
People have no idea how hard it's been.
At times, he looked like the Tiger Woods of old. Unbelievable. The call on CBS Sports, Woods showed no signs of pain, but those watching him saw limitations.
He was using his putter as a crutch.
And when it was over, he received rave reviews.
He did really great today.
Tiger finished with a 1 under 71. S&P futures up 12. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
The U.S. Army will modernize its entire helicopter fleet as it transforms into a multi-domain force. Sikorsky's Raider X and the Sikorsky Boeing Defiant X are here for that challenge. These integrated weapon systems are the only ones flying today that are powered by X2 technology, operate as nodes in the Army's hyper-network battlespace of the future. Designed with a unique understanding of the mission, they'll give the Army the edge, and they represent the choice between simply keeping up with technology or outpacing it.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
A Fox reporter is speaking out after a life-changing assignment in Ukraine.
Benjamin Hall says he feels pretty darn lucky to be alive after he was hit by shelling outside Kyiv while reporting on the war. The Fox News correspondent tweets he lost half a leg on one side and a foot on the other. One of his hands is still being put back together. He can't see out of one eye anymore, and his hearing is blown. Hall posted a picture smiling from a hospital bed in Texas, thanking those who got him out of Ukraine safely. In another tweet, he honored his 2 colleagues who died in the Russian attack. Hall's undergone several surgeries since that happened 3 weeks ago. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
Russian influencers are protesting after a luxury designer cut off sales to Russia. They're cutting up pricey Chanel handbags and posting the videos of the ruined pieces to Instagram. Chanel closed its stores in Russia last month to comply with European Union sanctions. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Joe Biden's reckless spending has sent inflation to a 40-year high. Cost hard-working Alabama families over $5,000. Katie Britt is a conservative fighter running for the United States Senate.
Accept the challenge. Today I need you to fall in love with the process.
Don't you know I would if I could? Okay. Don't you know I would if
I'll be this next senator. I'll fight to save our economy.
Sure you will.
For our seniors, but for the next generation.
I believe you. just gonna look out after us like we are chilling.
Here's where I stand. If Congress doesn't balance the budget, they shouldn't get paid. No balanced budget, no paycheck.
Katie Britt will stop Joe Biden's
That's a platitude.
agenda and fight to restore
So
President
who's gonna say, yeah, they don't do their job, they
I'm
need to
Katie
get paid.
Britt, and I approve this message.
Paid for by Britt for Alabama Inc. Matt Parsley, Budget Car and Truck Sales, Montgomery and Prattville. I just got back from my doctor's office, and he told me I need to turn down the stress and To relieve the stress, I'm going to make it possible for people to buy with just a nickel. Most dealers would $1,000, $2,000,
Well,
even $5,000.
come on, everybody.
At Budget Car and Truck Sales, you can drive a life new car
Oh, you buy.
with just a nickel down. Stress free. Are credit problems in the past keeping you stressed out? My credit approval process will take the stress away. Owe too much on your trade?
One thing I
Up to
asked
$4,000
from the Lord,
for
and I
any
may
trade.
dwell in the house of the
Stress-free.
Lord.
If gas
Psalms
prices are
27
stressing
and
you
4.
out, the Nickel Pickle Sale will help you out. Stress free. We are the people's car dealer. Budget Car and Truck Sale, 61 Mendel Parkway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart. Visit us online at buybudgetonline.com.
Stacking Benjamins with Joe and his good friend OG not only has great financial insight, it's laid back with humor too.
Joe and his gang.
And it's a great book.
All right, so what we're gonna talk about today? I don't have a clue.
$10 extra.
I got something. I got something. We're gonna have a good time today, at least in the 7 o'clock hour. I don't know what's gonna happen in this one.
Copy, but it's not signed, so I guess I'll have to.
Gotta go get for tea, something to drink, and be good to go. Don't forget PT's coming up. Let's take care of those
Hear
things.
me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Here we go.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. New blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds and shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code radio at checkout. Blindster.com.
The windy conditions will continue once again today. Wind will be 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. So that will make today's highs in the 60s, around 64, feel even cooler. Plenty of sun this morning, but we'll have some clouds mixed in this afternoon. Tonight, the clouds break apart. We're down to 39, and for Saturday, breezy once again, around 64. More sunshine, though, and then upper 70s near 80 on Sunday.
That's your First Alert Forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing to report this Friday morning to send you on an alternate route. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Glenn, Albany, Greenville, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy, still carrying light traffic. New Toyotas are arriving daily at Reinhardt Toyota. They've got a selection of trucks and cars, new and used. Stop by Reinhardt Toyota on the East Boulevard. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
Good morning, I'm Judd Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. Here's what's happening on this Friday. History was made Thursday when senators voted to confirm Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson as the first black female justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. 3 Republicans joined Democrats in voting for her. President Biden and Judge Jackson will address the nation later today from the White House. She's expected to be sworn in over the summer. The Montgomery County School Board will vote on a new superintendent later today. The candidates include Dr. Melvin Brown from Ohio, Dr. Anthony Lewis from Kansas, Dr. Marla Shepard from Texas, and Dr. Donald Warren from Georgia. The meeting will be held at 11 o'clock this morning. We'll carry it live on WSFA 12 News and WSFA.com. Researchers at Colorado State University have released their annual forecast for the 2022 hurricane season. They're predicting 19 named storms. Of those, 9 will be hurricanes, and 4 of them are expected to be major storms, with a high percentage of one hitting the U.S. mainland. Hurricane season starts June 1st and runs through November 30th.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift.
Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com for the hottest gift.
If you have a small business, Staples has your sign.
Banners for my bakery?
Staples has your sign.
Oh, posters for my new pet store.
Floor decals for a pharmacy. Every day, Staples associates help every kind of small business create bold signs to make big impressions. And now get $10 off custom signs, banners, and posters when you spend $50 or more. This is your sign, so print it big at Staples. Ends 5/28. Visit staplesconnect.com/thisisyoursign for details.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend only at the Garrett Coliseum. Browse over 50 hot tubs and swim spas from 5 major brands at up to 50% off. That's the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Garrett Coliseum in Montgomery. Visit hottub.show.
What if you got an instant message warning you? You're about to be in a car accident.
As soon as you back out of your driveway, your neighbor's teenage daughter will clip your bumper as she speeds by. Wait, what?
If life came with warnings, you would have read Nelson Law. We are dedicated to life, liberty, justice, and safety for all. Nelson Law, 399-4988. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
When it's time to get a new vehicle, Larry
This
Pocket
one,
Chevrolet
of course,
is the
is
best place to find a new
1440.
Chevy or a great used car. New cars,
Had the two new
SUVs, and trucks are being
two latest to
delivered
get
daily,
board.
and Larry Puckett has their largest selection of
740, I
pre-owned
think,
vehicles
was probably
over
the
here.
oldest.
Check them out online at LarryPuckett.com or visit them on Cobbsville
Mine's
Road
good.
in Prattville.
You gotta get a
If you
Senate
have
hit.
an extra vehicle, bring it in for an instant cash offer. Whether you're selling or trading, your vehicle will never be worth more. Larry Puckett Chevrolet, where the customers do the talking.
Attention men, have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform?
When the time was right.
With a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half of full male performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including a PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked, or you have a medical issue like heart problems or prostate issues. If you have erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better, call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your contacts back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information like side effects. Treatments extra. Results may vary. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
Oh, yeah. Nothing much good hot tea. And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time once again to rise and shine if you can. It is another day that the Lord has made. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, a way to get your day started, to change your perspective. I'll give you a new one, or maybe a reflection of your introspective. Either way, it's good for the soul. It is April the 8th, 2022 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Permanent Address. Our scripture insight today comes from Psalms 27, 1 through 6. But Psalms 27, 4 says, "One thing I ask from the Lord, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord." Govern yourselves accordingly. Again, permanent address. Again, it is April the 8th. It is a day that has never been. And like all the days of old, it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you ought to have done today. And you don't get to undo the things you do. So whatever you do today, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be glad for what you have done on this day. I say every morning because each morning is a new day. It is a new blessing. It is a time that has never been. And if you have lived a while, you've seen some things, you've heard some things. But the one thing you do realize is that none of these days are promised. Every day is a present. And if we are blessed and given the grace of God, we may, I'm not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day, and it's the first day of the rest of your life. What are you going to do with it? Well, whatever you do, do what you can, while you can, for as long as you can, until you can't, for somebody else. And no matter what happens on this day, no matter what happens, it is still, like all the days of old, it is still a great day to be alive. Permanent address. That is our daily bread for this morning, April the 8th, 2022 AD. Good morning, G. Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. Well, what you waiting on? Get up.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. I'm Kirsten Holmberg, and I titled our reading, Permanent Address. Not long ago, we moved to a new home, just a short distance from our old one. Despite the close proximity, we still needed to load all of our belongings onto a moving truck because of the timing of the financial transactions. Between the sale and the purchase, our furnishings stayed on the truck and our family found temporary lodging. During that time, I was surprised to discover how at home I felt, despite the displacement from our physical home, simply because I was with those I love most, my family. For part of his life, David lacked a physical home. He lived life on the run from King Saul. As David was God's appointed successor to the throne, Saul perceived him as a threat and sought to kill him. David fled his home and slept wherever he found shelter. Though he had companions with him, David's most earnest desire was to dwell in the house of the Lord, to enjoy permanent fellowship with him. Jesus is our constant companion, our sense of home, no matter where we are. He's with us in our present troubles and even prepares a place for us to live with him forever. Despite the uncertainty and change we might experience as citizens of this earth, we can dwell permanently in our fellowship with him every day and everywhere. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Psalm 27, verses 1 through 6. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked advance against me to devour me, it is my enemies and my foes who will stumble and fall. Though an army besiege me, my heart will not fear. Though war break out against me, even then I will be confident. One thing I ask from the Lord, this only do I seek, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to gaze on the beauty of the Lord and to seek him in his temple. For in the day of trouble, he will keep me safe in his dwelling. He will hide me in the shelter of his sacred tent and set me high upon a rock. Then my head will be exalted above the enemies who surround me. At his sacred tent, I will sacrifice with shouts of joy. I will sing and make music to the Lord. Let's pray. Loving God, thank you for being our permanent address. Help us to recognize you as our most faithful companion who is with us wherever we go. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
All righty then, it's time to rise and shine. Final approval given to bill criminalizing transgender youth health care. Yeah, I'm with that. Anyway, good morning. It's time to rise and shine. A little PT going on, little things going on, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about some things that's going on today. And so y'all just hang in there. We'll be back. PT time. Here we go.
All the way.
All the way.
Gotta be.
Gotta be.
Rough and tough.
Rough and tough.
Airborne.
Airborne. Every day.
We run.
We run.
To the sun.
To the sun.
No sweat.
No sweat.
Not yet.
None of yet.
Down in a mess
hall on my knees.
Down in a mess hall on my knees.
We got nothing to eat but a pan of cheese. Or whatever.
To eat but a can of beans.
The bread was moldy and the meat was bad.
Bread
Come on now.
and the meat was.
Oh, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Oh.
Know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go.
Here we go.
All the way.
All the way.
Gotta be.
Gotta be.
Rough and tough.
Rough and tough.
Airborne.
Airborne.
All the way.
All the way.
When I was young, I always wanted to be
In the 82nd Airborne, knees in the breeze.
Now that I'm
Oh, yeah. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
all the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on, driving on. All the way airborne, airborne, all the way driving on, driving on. Early one morning in the drizzling rain, when I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane.
Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light, red, the golden flow. Oh,
Way airborne,
airborne all the way, driving on, driving on, all the way, airborne, airborne all the way, driving on, driving on.
Here we go,
Here we go.
all the way,
All the way.
Gotta be rough and tough,
Rough and tough.
airborne,
Airborne. Don't be jealous. Don't be hating. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. That's all I can tell you. You know, it's not too late. You can go out there and get your set of them Waynes and, you know, sing the song along with me with pride and all that good stuff. But until then, you're late. Live with it. Anyway, another thing, let us pay homage to all of our armed forces of the United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. I don't know what Space Force does yet, but somebody at some point gonna tell us. Good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department. Saw those guys out there first thing this morning on my way in, like they always are in the wee hours of the morning while you sitting there sleeping. They out there working. Montgomery Sheriff Department. And let me say, you know, I always forget my state patrol people because we don't call them state patrol anymore. We call them ALEA, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I just it don't have the class and the sophistication as state trooper. ALEA, come on. Somebody ought to kick the guy in the butt who did that. Anyway, good morning to my ambulance drivers. Good morning to my sheriff department, Derek Cunningham, Kevin Murphy. Good morning to Chief Albert, what's his last name? Daryl Albert, that's his name. I haven't heard from him lately, though. I don't know why he hasn't asked to have a meeting with me. He's asked to have a meeting with everybody else. I'm just saying, he don't know who got the power around here. But since he got a big gun, I'm not going to really raise a whole bunch of hell about it. And good morning to all the people, the fire department, to all the people who go in times of trial when everybody else is running out. Airborne. And one of them won't be me. And last but certainly not least, their motto is Semper Fidelis. Well, we cut it short because Marines have a hard time remembering that. They just say Semper Fi. But it all means the same thing. Always. Not sometimes, not 3 days a week, not 2 days a month, but always faithful. Good morning, Jarheads.
When I was at the University of Florida,
We'll be back.
We would get in the bus at our hotel and we would drive right by the stadium and we would stop at what's called the Gator Walk. And every game I played there was probably 20 to 40,000 fans at this Gator Walk ready to greet us as we get off the bus. I would see all these people. I gotta tell you, there were a lot of voices that started to hit me. One of the first voices that instantly hit me was pride and arrogance, because I would look out and I would see thousands of jerseys with my number on it. I would look out and I would see Bible verses that they were wearing because I wore them. And so for a second you thought, dang, I'm something. They're here for me. This is pretty cool. I must be somebody. There's a picture that I stumbled across, and it's one of Time's 100 most influential images of all time. And it's a picture of this young girl. She's on her way from her village to a feeding center not far away. And she's so malnourished and she's moving so slow that this vulture is waiting to attack. So the young man that took this picture, I think there was probably something in his heart that he wanted to do good. He wasn't sure. So he captured this picture and he just waited, and then the vulture got closer, so he kind of shooed the vulture off, and then he walked away, and the vulture would come right back. And he was told, because of some of the sicknesses in the areas, don't touch anybody, don't do anything, and so he didn't. He didn't. He did nothing. Because apparently the cost was too much.
Although, Tim, it's easy to say.
So he left. He went back. The New York Times published this photo in 1993. In 94, he won the Pulitzer Prize for this photo. 4 months after this, he chose to end his life. You see, every single one of us, we have a chance to be successful in life. And you know what? I hope you are. I really do. I hope you're successful. There's nothing wrong with being successful. But success is just about you. But significance is about other people. You see, that man that took that picture, he had success. That's one of the greatest honors a photographer could ever have. But obviously it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. So what's going to be enough for you? You see, success is great. You can do a lot of things with it, but it's not going to be fulfilling. And you can never forget that sense of urgency, that it's not about your timeline, it's about their timeline. While you might have 30, 40, 50 years, they have days, minutes, moments. She had moments, but it wasn't worth it to go pick her up. It wasn't worth it to give her a hug. It wasn't worth it to tell her about the gospel. Yeah, I won a Pulitzer Prize, but what does it matter? What does it matter? It doesn't. And I think the greatest tragedy in life is we're going to look back one day and say, I was successful in things that don't matter. I want you to be successful. But more than anything, I want you to be significant. And when you live for Jesus and you love people, I believe you're going to have a life of significance.
Understand how much it costs you to survive bad times. What they don't understand is that even when you are expecting something good to happen, it costs you something. That hope costs you something. That expectation costs you something. It takes something for you to stand in a position of readiness, expecting good things to happen that don't. The Bible said that hope deferred maketh the heart sick. And I thought that by now I would have been married. I had planned a wedding for my 20s, and now I'm 42. The numbers have reversed, and I'm still by myself. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. I thought I would have my degree, but every time I get ready to go back after my degree, something sets me back. And when you keep wanting something that keeps evading you, if you're not careful, it will wear you down. To wait for something, anticipating it, and it doesn't happen, costs you more than somebody who wants nothing. That's why we have so many people who fall into the abyss of wanting absolutely nothing, because sometimes it is easier not to want anything than it is to want it and not get it. I want you to understand then that while they were waiting on the bridegroom to come, they were burning oil. While nothing was happening, they were burning oil. You have to burn some oil to be able to wait. The Bible says they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. There's a
Wings like eagles, it's a run and not be weary. It's a walk and not faint. You have to be tough to wait. You have to be tough to work all day and go to school at night. You have to be tough to take 2 part-time jobs and put them together and try to make it do. You have to be tough. It may not have it, but I want it. I may not be there, but I want to. It may not be in my hand, but I'm snatching after it. I may not have apprehended, but I'm in the press. I may not climb the mountain, but I'll die with dirt in between my fingernails because I will never lay there and accept where I came from to be where I'm going. My history is not my destiny. And that's why I don't care when you say you knew me when. I don't care how many people knew me when. Until you know me now, you don't know anything at all. My history is not my destiny. You said it's late, but I'm still waiting. I'm older, but I'm still waiting. I've had setbacks, but I'm still waiting. Still waiting.
The art of waiting. The art of waiting. Everybody wants everything now. They won't wait. The art of waiting. You're not going to bond together the first 6 months.
Okay, we're gonna save that one for next week. We're gonna save that for next week. Okay, the art of waiting. That's a great thing. Great thing. I love me some TD Jakes. I used to like TD Jakes. I thought he's sitting there trying to get all that money all the time from people. Anyway, let's take a break and we'll be back. That's next week. That's not for today. Okay, I'm just saying. Anyway, good morning. But I love this story about Tim Tebow. There's a lot of things about this story that I wonder. But one thing is absolutely correct for what he says. You can be successful, or you can be significant. And until he explained what that meant, I never thought about it. Success is for you, but significance is for the people that surround you. So great story, great story. I don't know if we should blame the guy for not touching the child. I don't know if we should blame him for that. It's like when you go overseas in the military, you're told what you can and cannot do out in the community, out in the civilian world, out in the and I don't know if I probably just did what I was told. I don't know. But it's a great story. Now, time to take a break. We'll be back with some important things. At least in my mind, they're important anyway. Good morning to you. I feel a lot better today than I did yesterday. I was whacked out. I know you didn't know it because I'm a professional, but I was feeling bad yesterday. Matter of fact, it was one of the only second time in 20 years I actually felt terrible coming to work. But I came because that's my job. We'll be back.
Today, wind will be 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. So that will make today's highs in the 60s, around 64, feel even cooler. Plenty of sun this morning, but we'll have some clouds mixed in this afternoon. Tonight, the clouds break apart. We're down to 39, and for Saturday, breezy once again, around 64. More sunshine, though, and then upper 70s near 80 on Sunday.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. You keep listening. We'll keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Whether your credit is excellent or just plain slow, a cash-out refinance or equity loan is just a call away. Call the A-Team at MCS in Wetumpka, 567-9000. NMLS 232-876. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Talk tires with Montgomery's #1 tire store, Chico's Auto Pros. Chico's has you covered with Chico's Auto Pros price match guarantee and 0 down options.
Now that we're getting back to normal, let's get our kids the academic support they need too. Whether you can tutor, in, or just have a little time to serve in your community, GetReadySet.org can match you up with a student in your community that suits your talents and time.
Get more information about Ready, Set, and Project Shine on our website, newsradio1440.com.
Hey folks, this is Major Delay. Not too long ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Now, few things are as important as the health of my feet. First order of business, have your feet checked by a podiatrist. Without hesitation, I told my doctor, I'm going to Dr. Brian Kelly with Greenville Foot Care. I went to his clinic on Winton Blunt behind Baptist East. The staff was friendly and professional. I was in and out in less than 30 minutes. And in that short span of time, with a few simple observations, Dr. Kelly shed light on two major issues I had had with my feet and ankles all my life. I was amazed. Not only was the checkup quick and easy, I felt comfortable and informed. He even recommended certain running shoes that better fit the structure of my feet. And your insurance even pays for annual visits to a podiatrist to better your health. No referral necessary for most insurance. Hey, walk, crawl, limp, roll, any way you can get there, but see Dr. Brian Kelly at Greenville Foot Care. Call for an appointment 334-265-7585 or check out greenvillefootcare.com.
No representation is made as to the quality of podiatric services to be performed or as to the expertise of podiatrists performing such services.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Message data rates may apply.
If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game again for men over 40 with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, and guys all over America are raving about it. Jeremy P says, this is the best product I found to raise T levels. I plan on using the product for the rest of my life. And how about Shane D? He says, I had no drive and was tanked out at the end of the day.
Not like some good tea first thing in the morning. Good tea.
Like
Good tea.
19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40, you need.
It's called green tea, but
And right now, you can
it's not
get a
green.
complimentary bottle.
I don't know what's up with that.
To 42424. It's the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting youth to 42424. That's YOUTH to 42424. Text youth to 42424.
The Biscuits are making fresh memories all summer. Come take them at Riverwalk at our opening weekend beginning April 12th as we tip our hats to baseball and root for the Butter and Blue. Opening weekend includes Max Fireworks, T-shirt giveaways, bucket hat giveaway, and the 9 Night, a celebration of Black baseball pioneers, past, present, and future. For more information, visit biscuitsbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
Another Guardian Credit Union store.
Hey, so what are we doing with your hair today? I need a trim, a new dishwasher, and a much-needed vacation. Do you see any grays? Sounds like you need a personal loan. My friend just got a loan from Guardian Credit and he used it to upgrade his kitchen. So don't need to. Guardian has great deals and a friendly team that makes payments affordable. Perfect. I guess Silas really can fix everything.
Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. It price can vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and now you can hear me live every afternoon. It all starts at 2, and it's all happening right here on News Radio 1440.
Okay, I can live with that. Not a problem. Okay. Good morning. How's everybody doing? I got a couple things to say to you this morning. Okay. Whew. I tell you, I'm feeling pretty good too. I can't complain about anything. Woke up above the ground. Instead of the ground being above me. So we good. All right. Well, now today at 8 o'clock, we are going to have somebody. Okay, this is going to be a show for senior citizens. Okay, at 8 o'clock hour. For those who are just beginning to turn 65, whatever the case may be, I got somebody up here that's gonna for a little bit gonna talk about the Medicaid, Medicare thing. They can answer some of your questions and all that stuff if you want to. I mean, I'm next month, if I live officially, I'll be I'll be in the senior citizens thing there. Unlike Donald Jenkins, who's already been there for a couple of years. It's going to be a new journey. See how long I can live. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what you want. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give me all you got, don't hold it back. I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. All righty then. It's time to rise and shine. Okay, that's what we got to do. We got to get up there and we have to we got to get out there and be happy. All right. Now it's time for the lessons of life and word of the day. Oh yeah, it's a staple on this show because I try to help you guys extend your vocabulary skills. Okay, I'm a wordsmith. Okay, some days I mess words up, but not very often. It's a rarity. Okay, it's a rarity. Like some of you guys looking in the mirror thinking how good you're looking. It's a rarity. Anyway, good morning to you. Now, lessons of life are things you learn by living. But first, the word of the day. Now, this is a word that many of you have heard along the way. I'm pretty sure you heard it from old school, because young school they created their own vocabulary and stuff like that, and so we had ours too. We had ours too. Okay, so the word of the day means a free choice or preference. It is often used in phrases. Okay, it is an alteration of would rather. Okay, so basically it means I would rather. However, that is not the word that most people use of sophistication like myself. I don't use words like that. I'm more sophisticated. Okay, I have more aristocracy in my mind. I'm a sophisticated individual. You know what I'm saying? So when I speak, that's when I get people to listen, is because I use a provocative presentation of any statement that I want to make. Okay, so what is that sophisticated word? The word that very few know, the word that rarely comes across the lips of any regular person. You got to be sophisticated like me to use this word on most cases. But the word of the day is, wait a minute, hold it. Here's the word. Wait, I got a new thing for this. Okay, here's it. Go right here. Here it is right here. Here's the word of the day. Okay, where's it at? Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, now that's not the word. Come on, man. I got to present this in a way that okay, there we go. Okay. Here's the word of the day. Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. The word of the day is, for your edification, so you can leave the radio this morning and go to your place of employment, to your school, and impress the hell out of everybody there, because you will be the only one that knows what this word is. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, here we go. Here's the word. The word is druthers. I'd rather do something else. Druthers. It refers to choice or preference. It is often used in the phrase if one had one's druthers. Druther is an alternation of rather. So if the teacher calls you up to his desk this morning and says, Elkins, do you want to go to the principal's office? You just look at her and says, if I had my druthers, no. Okay. Now he won't know what you're talking about. Okay. I'm just saying you might want to run that by him and see what he says. The lessons of life today. Now this is a simple 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. 7 words. 7 words. It's going to be difficult for folks down south sometimes to deal with this, but somebody has got to let you know. Okay. Now this is the lesson. This is one of the lessons of life that you got to get at some point. You got to get this at some point or another. Okay. At some point you just got to get it. You got. I realize it's a tough journey. It is an arduous journey in the South, but maybe, just maybe, somebody will hear this morning and says, maybe Elkins is right. And here is the lessons of life of today. The past is how we learn, not how we live. I'm just saying, you might want to stick that in your pocket there somewhere, and the next time you hear a story about what happened in 1963, 1955, even though those stories were relevant, I got that part. I didn't say they're unimportant. But if you continue to look in the rearview mirror, as opposed to looking in the windshield, you are just going to go crash. And it won't be nice. Move forward. Get our heads out of the past. You can't undo it. No matter what you say, we cannot fix the past today. No matter how much we want to, no matter how much we like to go back and rewind the clock, it was what it was. That you can do about it. Today is April the 8th. It is the 98th day of the year. And believe it or not, there are 267 days left in this year. In 2005, over 4 million people paid their last respect on this day to John Paul II. In 1977, the Clash released their debut album of the same name. Not that I care, but it's a British group. One of the first, in 1959, just in case you guys don't know this, one of the first programming languages was created. The Common Business-Oriented Language, or COBOL, was primarily designed by a woman, Grace Hopper, or Hooper. It depends on how you pronounce the name, I guess. We're going to say Hopper, also known as Amazing Grace. She is regarded as one of the pioneers of the field. In 1953, on this day, Jomo Kenyatta is sentenced to 7 years at hard labor. Now, Kenyatta led the Mau Mau movement against the British colonialists. He is considered to be Kenya's founding father and became the country's first president in 1964. In 1904, France and the United Kingdom signed an Entente Cordiale, whatever the hell that means. It was a treaty, okay? I don't know what the treaty was all about, and we're just going to leave that alone. In 1963, an act of Congress conferred honorary citizenship on Sir Winston Churchill. He got what we didn't get. I ain't mad at him. He got what we didn't get. Anyway, if you are a Buddha, if you believe in Buddha, on this day, most practitioners of Buddhism in Japan celebrate the birth of Mr. Buddha, who lived in India sometime between the 6th and 4th century BCE, whatever that means, and founded Buddhism. Also on this day, Ryan White, who became a national symbol in the United States after he contracted an AIDS from a blood transfusion given to him that treated him for his hemophilia, whatever that means. He died at the age of 18. And on this day, the final episode of All in the Family, one of TV's most successful sitcom, it was known for its frank and satirical treatment of such topics as race, gender, sex, and bigotry. Really was actually pretty good. Now, also on this day, 1974, that's right, Hank Aaron hit his 715th home run, career home run, breaking Babe Ruth record, which stood since 1935. And in 1976, completed his career with 755 home runs. Anybody beat that yet? I don't think anybody's beat that yet. I'm good. Okay, I ain't too crazy about baseball, but I don't remember Hank. It's 1974. I was 13, 14, somewhere around there. I wasn't paying no attention to baseball, but I'm glad he did. Now the year was the year was 1913. The 17th Amendment, which called for the direct election of U.S. senators by voters of the states, was ratified. Because it used to be we just, I think the governors of states just appointed people to be senators. And you know some cash was given out then. You know that's right. Anyway, 1865, General Robert E. Lee, commander of the Army of Northern Virginia of the Confederate States of America, signed a treaty to surrender Appomattox Courthouse, effectively ending the American Civil War. The year was 1952. President Harry S. Truman seized the American steel industry to avert a nationwide strike. The Supreme Court later ruled that Truman had overstepped his authority, opening a way for a 7-week strike by steel workers. Okay? All right then. I understand why he did it, though. You know, I do understand why he did it. You know, but this is not, you know, Russia or some of them banana places over in Africa, someplace where you just going to, you know, we like this, it belongs to us. Okay, no, this is still America, and until somebody changes the sign outside the door, we still have certain kind of rights. But I understand why he did it. I understand why he did it. I got no problem. Also, Ketanji Brown Jackson is confirmed to the United States Supreme Court, making history as the first Black female justice. I get so tired of all this first Black, first woman, first gay, first transgender, first confused person, don't know what the hell he is or she is, but they want a job. Okay, I'm good. I am so tired of hearing this crap. I don't know what to do. Can we just hire people for the job? Let's just hire people for the job. Let them do the job. If they Black, we can see that. If they white, we can see that. If they gay, trust me, they're going to make us see it. I'm just saying. I don't care. I'm sick of it. Done with it. Get the job. If you worry about doing your job rather than worry about getting the job, if you know what I'm saying, I ain't talking about that kind of job. Okay, I'm talking about, never mind. We'll work with that later on. Anyway, gotta go. We'll be back next hour, talk a little bit about the Supreme Court and some other things happen. And today we're also going to get a new superintendent. We'll be back.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Chad Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. Here's what's happening on this Friday. History was made Thursday when senators voted to confirm Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson as the first Black female justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. 3 Republicans joined Democrats in voting for her. President Biden and Judge Jackson will address the nation later today from the White House. She's expected to be sworn in over the summer. The Montgomery County School Board will vote on a new superintendent later today. The candidates include Dr. Melvin Brown from Ohio, Dr. Anthony Lewis from Kansas, Dr. Marla Shepard from Texas, and Dr. Donald Warren from Georgia. The meeting will be held at 11 o'clock this morning. We'll carry it live on WSFA 12 News and WSFA.com. Researchers at Colorado State University have released their annual forecast for the 2022 hurricane season. They're predicting 19 named storms. Of those, 9 will be hurricanes, and 4 of them are expected to be major storms, with a high percentage of one hitting the U.S. mainland. Hurricane season starts June 1st and runs through November 30th.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Officials in eastern Ukraine say at least 39 people were killed in a missile attack on a crowded train station today. Among them, 4 children. Correspondent Holly Williams is near the capital with details.
In Kramatorsk this morning, Ukraine says more than 30 people were killed by a Russian rocket attack at this train station that's being used to evacuate civilians from eastern Ukraine. Their bodies left crumpled beside their suitcases.
The governor says thousands of mostly women, children, and the elderly were waiting at the station to leave Donetsk before anticipated Russian attacks. The White House calls the images horrific and devastating. The Kremlin denies responsibility. There are new human atrocities being uncovered in the Kyiv suburb of Borodyanka, where Russian soldiers have now retreated. Rescue teams say they found 26 bodies just yesterday. 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley sat down with President Zelensky, who's continuing his call for more military support.
We are defending the ability of a person to live in the modern world. They say we're defending Western values, and I always say, well, what are Western values?
President Biden will celebrate the Senate's confirmation of the Supreme Court's first black woman, Ketanji Brown Jackson. Correspondent Nicole Killian.
Judge Jackson will appear with President Biden and Vice President Harris later today at the White House. She will replace retiring Justice Stephen Breyer, but she's not expected to be sworn in until after he steps down at the end of the Supreme Court's term this summer.
Officials in Kansas City, Missouri say 2 children are in critical condition after a fire raced through an apartment building there this morning. Firefighters say they rescued 15 people, the cause under investigation. In just a few hours, SpaceX is planning to launch the first all-private crewed mission to the International Space Station. CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood.
They're trying to show that you can have a commercial flight to the station and it not be a joyride. It is serious research. They hope to get that done while they're up there.
Axiom 1 cruise blasts off from Florida, and Tiger Woods returns for day 2 of the Masters soon after delighting fans with a 1-under-71 in his first competitive round of golf since he came close to losing his leg in a serious car accident. CBS's Steve Futterman is in Augusta.
If you had said a year ago that Tiger Woods would be able to play in the Masters and not only play in the Masters, but have a first round of 1 under par, I think there would be very few people who would buy that scenario.
S&P futures up 15. This is CBS News.
The World News Roundup is presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need cash out of your home and a simple way to get it, Rocket can.
Our sponsor, Lockheed Martin, proudly partners with U.S. and international customers to accomplish critical missions, deterring and defeating threats wherever they may roam. At the same time, they're zeroed in on affordability, working in partnership across industry and government to reduce F-35 cost per flight hour, delivering unrivaled capability and cost per effect. That's ingenuity at its best. Lockheed Martin, your mission is ours.
70% of the Fortune 100 choose Zoom. With phone, chat, workspaces, apps, events, and video in a single platform, Zoom powers all your communications. Large enterprises, small businesses, and individuals use the secure Zoom platform to enable new ways of working, learning, hosting events, and supporting their customers. And now you can save 15% on meetings, chat, and phone with the Zoom United bundle. Visit zoom.com/bundle. Zoom, how the world connects.
Lots of hoopla for an update on a long-awaited EV truck.
Tesla CEO Elon Musk took the stage, decked out more like a country music star, complete with a black cowboy hat and sunglasses. Playing to the 15,000 in attendance, Musk explained why he moved the headquarters to Austin and built a 4.3 million square foot gigafactory.
We're continuing to expand in California, but we ran out of room. And so we need a place where we can be really big. And there's no place like Texas.
The night wasn't complete until the choreographed fireworks show. Chris Fox for CBS News, Austin.
Scientists studying a site in North Dakota say they found pristine slivers of a crater that killed the dinosaurs thousands of miles
Show me the video.
to Earth in Mexico's Yucatan
Show me the
Peninsula.
video of the
66
meteorite
million
that killed the
years ago.
dinosaur.
They say the remains of the
Let me-
station were preserved.
Let me see it.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Show me. Show me.
The secret starts with a visit to
Somebody help me. Don't you see you were the first black yellow cab? That's true, I was. Now I'm over that. But she's not the first black person on the Supreme Court. What's her gender got to do with it? Can you do the job? That's all that matters. Can you do the job? What we need to hire is a man who thinks he's a woman, that's black, no, that's white, but thinks he's Indian. Yeah, that's what we need to do. And that's and gay. That pretty much takes you all the categories.
What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life,
Barry Bonds. Oh,
you're
Barry.
paying too much.
Barry.
For your free quote,
Man, I'm in Homer and Zevia.
890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688.
But it said Barry Bonds taking drugs, man.
Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials.
I love you.
Hi, Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli. And Jeff Franco with Chappie's Deli. Mike, we need a new slogan.
Good morning, everybody.
Chappie's car magnets are everywhere. How is this? Like a good neighbor, Chappie's is there.
State Farm is
Someone already
there.
has that.
Yeah, this is Willie Durham from State Farm. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's where I heard it. Willie Durham, State Farm. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry about that, Willie. Yes, Willie, thanks. Great to see you again.
Thanks, guys. You don't need a new tagline. At State Farm, we've had ours for years.
You are right. We will just stick with serve with love. Right, Jeff? Wait, what about this? Chappie's Deli is good. Or it's the quicker picker-upper. Or don't go home without it. Or, folks, come by any Chappie's Deli. Perry Hill, Pepper Tree, Baptist South, Prattville, and Auburn. And let us serve you with love.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to selectquote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. It must be there depending on your health issue and company number fact. Not available in all states.
This is the Tom Hannity Show. Join me every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, and good morning again. It's a great day to be alive. I'm feeling pretty good. Hope you are feeling pretty good also. I'm taking time to say good morning to my good friend Dan Morris, who has undergone some medical stuff, and he's I think he's getting better now. Good for him. And who else? I need to Miss Cunningham, good morning. Miss Fan, good morning. Mr. Hassler, good morning. To all the people that that hung out with me all these years. I was really thinking about making this my last year in radio and just go out quietly, I never got a Alabama Broadcasters Award or anything like that, Never had my picture in the paper or anything, just hanging here, had an opportunity to talk to Arthur, still broke. So, I don't know. It may be time just to call it a day. But however, we'll see how it goes. When Don was I think Don was 17 when he gave it up. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well and finds you feeling pretty good, as a matter of fact. A lot of things to talk about this morning. Coming up at 8 o'clock for a little while, about half hour or so, we're going to have somebody up here talk about Medicaid and Medicare. If you guys are old school, real old. Okay, now I don't feel old, but my birth certificate says I'll be 65 next month. So I hope to make it. And then I told my son I have a drink with him, but I'm going to have to rescind that. I mean, I'm going 65 years without a drink of alcohol, right? So maybe I ought not push that envelope. It may take me to, but I'll have a drink with him. I'll sit down with him, have a sarsaparilla, and he can have a drink of that. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have me a glass of Hennessy right next to me, so everybody think I'm drinking. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, that's what I'm gonna do. Anyway, 860-1440 number here. A lot of things to talk about this morning. I'm not gonna even get a chance to get to all of it, but somebody's on the phone, so I'm gonna let somebody. Since I've been talking all morning, I'm tired of talking almost. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. I am. Wait a minute. Is there any? Wait. Is there any doubt about that? Is there any doubt about that? All right.
Why wasn't it okay? You talk about people talk about the black jersey or the black fifth or whatever, the first black. Why is it was okay for the last 4 years? Trump telling us that he created jobs for the blacks. We had to hear that for 4 years. He had to remind us, say, he created jobs for the blacks.
Now let me, and I think he did because for some reason no. Let me explain. For some reason, Democrats have brainwashed a lot of black folks are thinking that he was somehow this big racist person. This person didn't care about black folks and all that stuff. So he just made sure that they knew that he did care, and he was trying to do diligence. He was trying to do diligence. Yes. There you go. Wait a minute. Okay, can I be brutal? Okay. Can I be brutally honest here? Can I be brutally honest? Okay, I went. First of all, when America was built, it was not built for black folks. It wasn't. We were not at the table when the laws were made. Okay, we have been the recipient of. Well, again though, but that was for voting purposes. If you read a book by Frederick Douglass, it was for voting purposes, not from a humanitarian standpoint. And I understand that, but hey, let me ask you a question. And you're kind of smart guy. If people did not say they were Christian, would they owe black folks anything? If people in America, the white people in America, didn't announce that they were Christians, did they owe black folks anything? I know you don't. Well, I'm gonna tell you, and I'll say no. No. The only reason when you get caught in a war and you or whatever it's called, they brought black folks over as slaves. Okay, now America's not the only place that it had slaves. We still got slavery going on, but the only thing that makes America different than any other country is that a lot of our folks say we are Christian and we're trying to do the right thing. Again, because the lies that were told, listen, the lies that were told. No, I'm just telling you the truth. The lie, have you ever? No. They lied on the man for 4 years straight. They lied on him. Well, and I'm with you. And let me ask you something. Wouldn't it be a great idea, and wouldn't it be really good when we can say that without having to acknowledge the hue or the color of the people who got the job. I know. So when do we? So when? Okay, is law supposed to be empathetic? Again, law is about what's the letter of the law is and what it says. It's got nothing to do with the color of the person. Now, I would agree. Okay, well, Trump ain't in the office number. Okay, so, yeah, all right. But anyway, but you're missing the point. But you're missing the point. Nobody owes. Nobody owes black folks. They didn't owe black folks anything. I ain't talking about today. I'm talking about that. But white people didn't owe anything except the ones that said they were Christian. Had they left the word Christian out of the dialect, we were slaves. We were slaves. That's what we were. But well, and again, I still believe there had to be a hell of a lot of good to say, you know what, this is wrong. Somebody said this is wrong. But aside from that, when you get caught, you called the booty. Nobody owe you nothing. You know, you lost. Like the Indians. The Indians lost. You know, they lost the war, baby. Drive careful. I mean, the Indians lost. You know, you can't make. I mean, you lost. You know, the white man came over here, saw you sleeping, took your bed, took your roll. You lost. I mean, that's just the way it goes. Okay. Good morning. Who's this? Hey, Steve.
Something you and one of the callers agreed with. I spoke of, you know, they say the black crime and the killing is in the black neighborhood, and I basically said it evens out the way the white people kill and get away with it, and in the long run, it evens itself out. And you kind of agree with the guy that I need to get my stats straight. You know, they call me a
statistician. Well, it ain't what they call you, it's what you are.
Hey, Kevin, when I said that, you know, I'm talking because I don't think no children listen at the show. We're talking critical thinking. Now look back. And I'm gonna just use the guy that over there in Georgia. Those three men that just was found guilty of shooting
right
in the back. You know, they sitting in jail now. Did you? And critical thinking is, do you know it took 2 or 3 months before they charged those men, only because one of them had a video of it. So to make a long story short, white people have been getting away with murder. If people probably on this radio know they've been committing crimes and gotten away with it, that's why they call your show at ease. And blacks are frustrated because they've gotten away with murder, and we only use what's on paper. But when you critically think, all the way back to when they brought us over here, all the people that we never know they threw overboard and killed, the guys that have been killed for whistling at white girls, all the way up to the knee on the man's neck over there recently, then the shooting over in Georgia, that hell, they didn't even, matter of fact, how could they not have charged those people with anything initially? It took them about 3 months when one of the men happened to show off the video that opened up the can of worms. I'm going to close with this. Judge Springer, I'll never forget him. He was a municipal court judge here in Montgomery. There were 2 men in court one day. One had 1 DUI, the other one had 10. The judge said, you know the difference between you and him? You just never got caught. This is not your first. In other words, when I was talking the critical way, looking at the things they've gotten away with that's not on paper, that's not counted as stats.
Let me ask you a question, and I hear what you're saying. Listen. It is 2022. Do you know that last year, in one city in America, 750 black folks were killed by black folks in Chicago, Illinois? That's one city. One city. I'm looking at it right now. Matter of fact, they say that it had 800 homicides last year in Chicago. 750 were black on killing blacks. So I don't believe that we got any room to talk about what happened 500 years ago. Does that excuse our behavior? Right, but that right. But even if what you say is absolutely true, and it is high, it's a higher rate for white. Let me ask you, there are many things that I would love my child to emulate, but to emulate homicide is one of those things I'm just not very proud of. I got that candy bar a couple of times. I didn't feel no guilt whatsoever. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, I remember that candy bar. I ain't feeling no guilt whatsoever. I got it because the guy caught me, and I had to scoot out the door real quick, and he fell down, and I kept on going. So anyway, now I don't steal candy bars anymore. I'm just saying that was like 13 years old, something like that. Anyway, gotta take a break. We'll come back right after this, and we got another thing to talk about. Kenyona Brown, whatever her name is. She's been to. Although the one anomaly, there's an anomaly here when it comes to putting black folks in higher office that I am somewhat taken aback on. This is one anomaly. So we'll be back. 860-1440 is the number here. Right after that, don't forget, 11 o'clock today, there's going to be a meeting at the school system over on Decatur Street, I believe is where it's at. And we're going to announce at 11 o'clock today sometime who the new superintendent is going to be. Yeah, as long as it's a man, I don't care who it is. We'll be back.
Alert weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Blindster. Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code radio at checkout. Blindster.com.
The windy conditions will continue once again today. Wind will be 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. So that will make today's highs in the 60s, around 64, feel even cooler. Plenty of sun this morning, but we'll have some clouds mixed in this afternoon. Tonight, the clouds break apart. We're down to 39, and for Saturday, breezy once again around 64. More sunshine, though, and then upper 70s near 80 on Sunday.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The toll bridge remains closed this morning due to road flooding. We've got an accident now, 3800 block of Atlanta Highway. That's near Ware's Ferry. So please use caution if you're heading in that direction. Right now, interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area. So no major problems or slowdowns there. From a simple patient transport to life and death situation, Haynes Ambulance is there for you both on the ground and in the air. Haynes Ambulance, ready at a moment's notice. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery and Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
Hi, I'm Dave Kias, host of Barbecue Radio Nation, along with my co-host, barbecue expert Dan Hathaway.
Every week, we will give you the best tips on how you can grill and smoke your favorite meats
vegetables, and even desserts. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned expert, our show is designed to help you become a better backyard barbecuer.
And from my years on the competition circuit, I will show you how you can be the envy of your neighborhood.
Be sure and tune in for barbecue and fun Saturdays at 6 p.m.
right here on News Radio 1440.
If you are a man over 40, listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is, once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. Here's the good news. Nugenix, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC, has changed the game again for men over 40 with Nugenix Total T, their most powerful man-boosting formula ever, and guys all over America are raving about it. Jeremy P. says, "This is the best product I found to raise T levels. I plan on using the product for the rest of my life." And how about Shane D? He says, "I had no drive and was tanked out at the end of the day. After 3 months, my energy level is through the roof. I work out like most 19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40, you need Nugenix Total T. And right now, you can get a complimentary bottle. Just text YOUTH to 42424. It's the #1 selling free testosterone booster at GNC. But you can only get your complimentary bottle by texting YOUTH to 42424. That's YOUTH 42424. Text YOUTH to 42424.
Hey you. Ever wanted to learn a new language, like French or Spanish? Or even Norwegian, but thought it'd be too difficult or time-consuming? If so, it's time to try Babbel. Babbel lets you customize how and when you learn. Quick 10-minute lessons on words, phrases, and grammar. To games that keep it exciting. Listen to podcasts on the go, or take live online classes with a real teacher. Hola clase, ¿cómo están? It's really up to you. In no time, chatting about real-life topics will feel, well, effortless. Go ahead, see where Babbel takes you. Paris! More ways to explore, more ways to learn. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace. Learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. Now you're queen of your castle. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you will feel empowered to own your retirement like you own your home. Go to aceyourretirement.org. Because when it comes to clearing financial hurdles, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Yep. Good morning. Again, and don't forget 8 o'clock. 11 o'clock today. I'm really interested to see who is going to come out of this school, and if they're not strict disciplinarians, my son's never going to step back in the foot of a public school again. Discipline and order. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for nothing else. Discipline and order. Okay. Not all these excuses that we make for kids' behavior in school. They got an ADD, ODD, ADHD. I don't want to hear that crap no more. Okay. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. If they got all them problems, let them sit home. All right. Don't put them in public school. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. Want to give us a call? Let's talk to you. Whatever on your mind. Let's go back to the phone right quick before I get on to something else. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
I'm with you. I see all these people running for governor. I heard you mention that people running for governor and running for senator in Alabama, and you'd like them running with Donald Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what?
Yeah.
You know what I hadn't seen? Have you seen any Democrat ads?
Well, I guess they pretty much. They are. Yeah, they are. There are 2 or 3 black women running for governor. I guess. Yeah. Well, now you would think they would if they true Democrats. You would think they, but I hear you. Yeah, yeah. But they do have some black folks running for governor. 3 black women, I believe, and a couple of one guy's. Well, I haven't heard. I talked to a couple of them. Gonna get them on the show for the leg, but they don't have a shot. I mean, they don't have a chance. I mean, well, I don't know. I'm gonna talk, but they just not. They know they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win. They're just not going to. Okay, yeah. Now that is an astute observation. You know the word, yeah. Yeah, that's an astute observation. Yeah. I hear you. I guess. No, we have. Now that's again another very astute observation because no Democrat in the country right now is running on the coattails of Biden. Yeah. I think let's go, Brandon. Okay. All right, then. Appreciate it. Yeah, what an astute observation. I mean, everybody, you can't stop people in Alabama, but even though Trump's gone out of the White House, they bring his name up every time they can. But no one is bringing up, not my Democrats, but is bringing up Brandon's name. Okay, I think there's a message in that someplace. I think there's a message in that. Okay, I believe there is. Okay, well, we know why. We know. And that's not it. And that isn't rocket science on that one. Good morning. All right, then. Let me see here. Good morning. Yes. Well, now I got to tell you, Trump kind of ticked me off with the Mo Brooks thing. If you give your word to a man, you give your word to a man. You don't take it. Yeah. Well, Well, now, Kay Ivey has not necessarily been a full-fledged supporter of Donald Trump to begin with. She did politically what she had to do sometimes, but she hasn't been a full-fledged supporter of him anyway. So, yeah. Huh? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. What's that? What? Well, it may not be a vulgarity in Reddit. It may not be a vulgarity in Reddit. Text it to me. Let me see what you're talking about. No, I don't. I don't have. Oh, Brandon. I'm well aware what it is. Yeah, but Brandon is not. But the word Brandon is not a vulgar word. Not to me. Well, whatever. All right. Okay, you and Brandon can hang out together. Let me see here. Good morning. Pretty good. Yeah, they be crying. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. You never can tell in the day. Oh man, let me tell you what happened to me. I got in the car this morning, right? And I got the shock of my life. There was an umbrella in my car. And I don't know where it came from. Then I got to thinking, it was raining the other day. I picked my son up from school, and so evidently I had failed. He took an umbrella to school. So we're going to have a conversation today. A man don't hold an umbrella. So now I threw the umbrella away, and now he's got to walk without it. Okay. Well, they wasn't holding arms with it. Now they wouldn't hold arms with it. Oh, mighty close. Okay, well, all right. Well, it is what it is today. Hey, appreciate it. I was coming up 65 the other day, and I got off on whatever street it is, and this guy out there with a sign, and I said, because first of all, I'm not cold, callous, and heartless. There are some people in our lives that catch hell for whatever reason, due to no fault of their own. I don't have a problem helping people. So I said, give me your story. And he said, well, I'm looking for a job. Now he was right down the street from Popeyes and Hardee's. They won't let you in because they can't find enough people to work. He told me that he went down there and nobody would give him a job. Does anybody believe that you can't find? Is there anybody in Montgomery, Alabama, that does not believe you cannot find a job? Now, had he said, well, I can get a job, but I don't have a place to stay. But now, and so I understand sometimes you got to have an address, you got to have all this stuff and all this stuff. And now that's one situation that we need to fix. And I don't know how to fix that one. If you go look for a job, but you don't have a place to stay, and you want the job, but how do you get back and forth to work? That's a dilemma. So I don't know. Do we have temporary house with all these church buildings that are empty right now? It would seem to me that we can lend some of those buildings out to let people stay temporarily, but they gotta be in the process of working. It gives them a place to hang out for a minute, to set for a minute. There's got with all these buildings, we got so many empty buildings in Montgomery right now. So I don't know how we do this. Maybe the city council can do that, because I believe there are a lot of people who want to work, but they cannot work because in order to get a job, you really got to have a place to stay. And so I don't want to be so callous, but I don't know. Is there a place where people can stay temporarily while they're getting their first check or anything like that? So that's going to be a difficult thing. So I'm gonna smack myself around for this one, because it's not just getting a job. It's getting a job and having a place to stay while you work. You got to take a shower. You got to do this. You got to do that. There doesn't seem to be a place for a interim while you're trying to get yourself back on your feet. So I ask people, we got a lot of church buildings that are just nobody's coming to church. Why can't we? Our buildings that have been abandoned. Why isn't there? And you charge them a little bit. You charge them a couple $1 a day, $2 a day, something like that. People have a tendency to appreciate things once they pay for them. So I don't know. It's more. So I may have been and good Lord just touched my heart, because I may have been a little too tough on my folks, because it's more than getting a job. It really is getting a job, working it long enough to get a check, and one check ain't gonna get it. Okay, so I don't know. It's a tough. It may be tough out there once you find yourself in that situation. So can we come up with a building where somebody can stay while they're going through the process? I would hope we could sometime. 860-1414 number here. Good morning. Who's this? I'm trying to figure if I'm talking to you there or not.
God says, He shall do the people of He shall judge the poor of His people. God said He shall judge the poor of His people. He shall spare the children of the needy. And this God said He will pray and keep their prophet. He will pray and keep the people who always mess with them. He will judge. Don't you mess with them. He will God will judge. When you keep messing with them, He will break you in pieces. Okay? So let me sit here also. Okay? God said so beautiful. Whosoever hateth God.
What is poor? What is poor? Ed, what is poor? Ed, what is poor? What is poor? No. I'm asking you. You talking? Tell me what is poor. What is poor? What is poor? God don't make poor people. God don't make poor people. No, he don't. God does not make poor people. Okay, God does not make poor people. Okay, now, and maybe you should read some. All right. Anyway, see you later. Okay, I do not believe that God makes poor people. I'm sorry, I don't. All right, but anyway, that's just me, brother. That's just me. Have a good one. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, I'm doing fine. And nobody's born poor. How does that make you poor? Okay. Where? The Salvation Army, the only let you. Right. But the Salvation Army only lets you. Wait. The Salvation Army only allows you to stay a certain amount of time, and then they make you leave. So no. Says who? But I'll find that out. But again, how do they? No, but how you gonna get over there? I'm not wrong yet. No, but your Hope Inspired Ministry doesn't have a live on campus. They don't. Nobody lives there. And he may could. He probably could not make it. He probably could. But again, how do you get right? Wait a minute. I'll ask, but how do you get from where you have to go? Wait a minute. No, they don't. No, they do not. They feed you while you go through their course of 1 meal a day. But they don't feed you. Okay, it's 12 o'clock at night. You just got off work. How do you get home? How do you get to where you're staying? The buses don't run at 12 o'clock at night around here. Maybe that was the only job that they had. Now I don't mind. We can collect money for bus passes. Well, sure you could. I guess you could. I think there are a bunch of them out there. But the problem is when you go in looking for this job, they're gonna want to know. Not me. I know, and so did I, and so did I. But again, everybody don't have. Yeah. Okay, you go right now. I live on the street for whatever reason. I live on the street. I go to Popeye and says, "Are you hiring?" They say, "Yeah." Come back tomorrow for an interview. You don't have any clean clothes. You don't have any phone number. You don't have any place to stay where they can reach you. How do you get the job? What? Well, please tell me where. Okay, I'm good. Tell me where. I don't know what their capabilities are helping everybody, but I think you will if you can get to them, if you know where they are. All right. I'll do that. Okay, again, how do they get back and forth to work? I'm not looking for excuses. Wait a minute, listen, I ain't looking for excuses. I think somewhere I think you're right. No, but I know what it's like to be down and out sometimes with no place to go. Because I've been there, done that. Okay, well, everybody's not on drugs. All right. All right. If that's what you think, you can. I don't know. I don't think everybody's on drugs. Good morning. Good morning. I do, yeah. And what an inspirational story, but it's easy to tell the story when you've made it through it. Right, living in his car and yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Oh, you talking about after the storm? Yeah, a lot of yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, we are sending a lot of things. We are sending a lot of things to Ukraine. Not that I have a problem with that, but sometimes in America we're willing to help those far away than the ones right around the corner. Yeah. Well, maybe. We can't take care of if we can't take care of our own, and we got all these destitute people, and they all need medical treatment, all this stuff. Then why in the world are we letting all these people come into our country? Yeah. Hey, listen, we can't take care of them. I don't get it, but I guess maybe people think that you get extra points in heaven to God if you send money overseas and help them and don't help your own. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, appreciate it. Yeah, and what a great point. I was looking the other day at some of the churches in Montgomery sending stuff, AAA over there and sending stuff. And listen, I understand that. I understand that. But we do have people. We got our own Ukraine sometimes going on in the United States. But again, I want people to get. I'm tired of panhandling on the street. I am. But on the other hand, let's take it case by case. Give them. We need to give people, when we walk to somebody and say, "What's your story?" We need to be able to send them to a place where they can get a shower, something to eat, and a pen and pencil so they can fill out an application for work someplace, and maybe a bus pass to go. I don't know. There's a lot of money in this city. Not in my house, but some people got it. We'll be back.
sponsored by Blindster. Need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blindster blinds are easy to install and guaranteed to fit. And right now, save 45% off any order. Just use code RADIO at checkout. Blindster.com.
The windy conditions will continue once again today. Wind will be 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts upwards of 30 miles an hour. So that will make today's highs in the 60s, around 64, feel even cooler. Plenty of sun this morning, but we'll have some clouds mixed in this afternoon. Tonight, the clouds break apart. We're down to 39, and for Saturday, breezy once again around 64. More sunshine, though, and then upper 70s near 80 on Sunday.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Look for an accident on Clay Street at North Holt, and that is an accident with injury. Also, 3800 block of Atlanta Highway near Wares Ferry Road. Outside of that, we're good. Interstate system's moving smoothly. 231 south running slow there at Redland Road. That's normal, but use caution, be advised. Invisible Fence keeps your pet safe and at home. But the years of professional training and experience by Vicky, TJ, and Trey makes all the difference. Invisible Fence, 265-2585. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
You love your car, yes? But why are you not loving it with those tires that carry you and your family everywhere? Let Chico's Auto Pros show some love with our super savings on tires. Chico's Auto Pros.
It's time to get outdoors and tackle your to-do list. Whether you're mowing, gardening, or tackling heavier projects at the camp or farm, be prepared with John Deere equipment from Sun South. We'll help you find the equipment to meet your needs. And owning a John Deere is more affordable than ever at Sun South with 0% financing on most models, including the 1023 tractor with loader for only $169 a month. So why wait another season to do more? Come see us at Sun South. Equipment for those that do.
Hey y'all, it's Cassidy and Cody Wolf here at American Open More. We have some exciting news to share.
No, not what you're thinking. Nobody's yet.
What? It's amazing what can change in a year.
We've added a baby girl and a lot of new sectionals to the Wolf Brothers lineup. Quality is key here at American Open More, so we designed these collections with solid wood frames and high-density foam.
Last but not least, whether they're covered in microfiber or leather, they all come with a 5-year warranty.
Like we've been saying for almost 30 years. You don't pay with fake money, so don't pay with fake wood.
Shop the Rustic Furniture Outlet at American Open More.
Handmade solid wood rustic furniture at factory direct prices.
Up to 70% off every day.
How can we sell so cheap?
Because we are a direct outlet for the factory.
We have over 1,500 items in stock available for immediate pickup or have it delivered.
Plus, we have truckloads arriving weekly.
Bedroom suites, table chairs, occasional tables, entertainment centers, consoles, gun cabinets. If it's rustic, we got you covered.
The Rustic Furniture Outlet, Wetumpka Highway, next to American Open More.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to SelectQuote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Price compare depending on your health issuing company and other factors. Not available in all states.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy Active. Bedtime is a special time of day, a moment to connect with your child before going to sleep. After your child has brushed her teeth, read a book together, or talk a little about your day, and of course, tell her you love her. Having a routine every night helps your child structure her day, feel safe, and develop good sleep habits. Relationships matter. For more, talk with your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
know people think that the mayor called me up on the phone and changed my mind. No. That's not what it. Listen, I still don't like the panhandling thing. I still don't like it. Okay, but I'll get back to that later. I still don't like it. But again, it's difficult to tell people get off the street, stop panhandling, if we don't give them an alternative. You know what I'm saying? I mean, where they go? We can put them in jail. I'm good. I'm all right with putting people in jail. But sooner or later, they're going to get out of jail. And you know what they're going to do right after that? They're going to go right back on the streets of panhandling. So it's a difficult situation. But if we give you an opportunity to be successful, and we still see you out there panhandling because you're too lazy, you ain't found a job, anything like that, then I say, can we send them up to Prattville? That's what I'm thinking anyway. Good morning. Yes.
Okay. You know, some people say I should have been homeless outside the house for years. Retired from the military after it. So don't you know, I was homeless last night. I went into Delta Hotel. I went somewhere else. And I got my stuff from. Okay. Another time, when the VA put me in something, it was a big old building and they had where they did feed who they wanted to feed there. You know what I mean? We were all homeless. Okay, then at the same time, they showed me where we were free. I went into this big old room for females, and mattresses just on the floor. Okay, I see it down on my knees, Kevin. I can't get up. But mattresses on the floor for people to sleep. Okay, it's nice if they would provide food for the homeless. And then on the next day, they gave the male accommodation. And the female, they refused that accommodation. And I felt flexible part. And whatever they could find. And another day, they were people in condemned buildings. And I know this stuff that it's not something somebody told me. Okay? One state when I was there, I went to the mayor and I to realize those and spoke about people living like that. They didn't do anything except that they female. Okay? So God said giving me some money. So I put it in the street paper the whole month. And they ran and got people and they didn't hotel rooms and things. But this would happen for years. These people here, churches and other organizations, they've been money for years. This ain't just start happening. And they ain't nothing to. When you have people, make sure it's somewhere you would want to live and the place you want to live. And I hope the mayor look at the fact that some of these people don't know what homeless is. So sometimes when you don't know what homeless is and you haven't lived that life, you don't have the compassion to do life.
All right. All right, appreciate it. With that, I gotta go. Time's up. Hopefully I see if my guest is downstairs someplace. So we'll be back in a little bit.
12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
You're getting soft in the old age.
History was made Thursday when senators voted to confirm Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson as the first black female justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. 3 Republicans joined Democrats in voting for her. President Biden and Judge Jackson will address the nation later today from the White House. She's expected to be sworn in over the summer. The Montgomery County School Board will vote on a new superintendent later today. The candidates include Dr. Melvin Brown from Ohio, Dr. Anthony Lewis from Kansas, Dr. Marla Shepard from Texas, and Dr. Donald Warren from Georgia. It will be held at 11 o'clock this morning. We'll carry it live on WSFA 12 News and WSFA.com. Researchers at Colorado State University have released their annual forecast for the 2022 hurricane season. They're predicting 19 named storms. Of those, 9 will be hurricanes, and 4 of them are expected to be major storms, with a high percentage of one hitting the U.S. mainland. Hurricane season starts June 1st and runs through November 30th.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Chaos in eastern Ukraine after a rocket hit a train station packed with thousands of people trying to flee the fighting. Officials in Kramatorsk say at least 39 were killed, including at least 4 children. The BBC's Joe Inwood.
You see men and women lying all over the place. There are pools of blood, and it's rather upsetting that you can see their bags, their luggage lined up in quite neat rows.
Russia is denying responsibility. There's painful evidence of another human massacre near Kyiv. Rescuers in Borodyanka say they found dozens of bodies in the rubble.
It is up to you.
Russian forces. President Zelensky
go till I get bored.
Okay. Am I going?
Suburb.
Right, thank you.
60 Minutes Scott Pelley.
What did you
I don't think I'm nervous.
Nah, this ain't nothing. We're just one big old family.
You've got a few crazy callers.
Scott's full interview with President Zelensky.
I got a bunch of crazy calls.
Yes.
But they keep. We got a while to go. You want a glass of water or anything?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay, good. We got about 5.
We're good.
Near Boston.
There's more than hope that the ceiling is broken and that we can be and do anything we want to.
Judge Jackson will be the first black woman justice. She'll celebrate with President Biden in the Rose Garden this afternoon. Deadly flames have swept through a building in the Midwest.
Firefighters in Kansas City, Missouri rescued 15 people, 9 of them children, from an early morning apartment building fire. Nino Bruno was the city's deputy fire chief.
Stairs were burned out, so we had to rescue off the back balconies and the side windows. Fire suppression did a phenomenal job this morning.
2 of the children are in critical condition. 5 of the adults are in serious condition. The cause of the fire is under investigation. Jim Kursula, CBS News.
The first completely privately funded and crewed mission is scheduled to blast off for the International Space Station today.
Mission Commander Michael Lopez Alegria says 3 paying passengers are not joyriding, but rather doing 8 days of science and educational outreach on the space station.
They have each teamed up with, say, research organizations from their geographic areas and put together a suite of experiments that they'll be conducting on orbit.
Lopez Alegria flew 4 times for NASA. He's also a former station commander, now working for Axiom Space, which bought the flight on behalf of the 3 men from the U.S., Canada, and Israel. Peter King, CBS News at Kennedy Space Center.
Tiger Woods scheduled to tee off at the Masters at 1:41 p.m. Eastern after shooting an impressive 1 under 71 par in the opening round yesterday. S&P futures up 1. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681.
You know, I normally don't talk to people under 35.
Oh, I'm 39. So.
Okay, you barely made it. Okay.
I'm okay.
Fixing people's search results, and we can help you too.
And there's a reason for that.
Edge approaches. Reputation
So,
Defender pushes unflattering.
Until you hit 35, you haven't did a whole hell of a lot.
Search results.
I've been in insurance 20 years now, so. And Ed, he's the one that hooked us up. He's been the last guy you had on. He doesn't sound very.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it, so I won't talk to him. I think I'm pretty good at what I do.
I'll be the judge of that.
Okay, that will be fine.
6681 for free advice on your.
But now it is ironic that people who are not 65 are going to tell people who are 65.
Jury deliberations.
Well, I got to correct you there too. And this is one thing I was going to tell people. It's not just 65. If you've been on disability for 2 years, you get Medicare. So I've actually signed, the youngest I've signed was 19. And yes, they did not work. But at 19, you phase out of Medicaid and you can draw off of your parents who did work and pay into Social Security. So the youngest I've signed up is 19 years old. They can get Medicare.
What's wrong with disabled?
They're just children with disabilities.
Okay, I can live with that. But
Yeah, but no, you'll get some people that you want to ask what's wrong with you, but I can't. I'll have someone who's on disability with no medications and no doctors, and I'm like,
And its Kinder Mix chocolate treats.
what's your,
After salmonella turned up in a manufacturing
so how do you
facility,
prove you're
Railroad says he
disabled if you don't have
So
doctors?
these-
Deborah Rodriguez.
this is bad. There are disability lawyers that have doctors that work for them who know how to fill out the paperwork to get you disability. Yes, and it's a law. Disability lawyers cannot ask for payment up on the front end, but they really don't want to because you sign a contract to get a portion. They typically will backdate your disability, and those lawyers get a portion of that backdate, so they're coming out on the good. Yeah, so if you've got a Social Security check and they backdate it 2 years, and the lawyer's going to take his 10-20% of that, so yeah.
Until 1 p.m. and enjoy an Easter egg hunt.
It's all the time.
Like I said, I'm very non-political.
Yeah, me too. No.
Well, I am political. I said that. I am not politically correct, but because of my industry, I have to be.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
I gotta play the game.
Yeah. Okay.
But behind someone's back, I want to be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Listen up, because this could impact how much you're getting done during the day and at night. The harsh reality is.
Now, there's plenty of people I've met with true disabilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's plenty. Yeah.
But a good amount that just I do not want to work.
At GNC has changed the game again.
I don't know if I want to be captive to the government. Telling me what I can do. And when I was coming, we were on welfare, and those sons were coming in the house and ask you all kind of things. Well, where did that rug come from? Well, why you got more beans in here than you had last month? I mean, what the hell?
3 months, my energy level is through the roof. I work out like most 19-year-olds. I am 47. Guys over 40.
Are you from Montgomery?
Oh, yeah. I'm from Montgomery.
You haven't left yet, huh?
This job's really good to me. So what I'd like to do for fun, I travel. So I get my fix of leaving. I travel. So yeah.
That's YOUTH to 42424. Text you to 42424.
What kind of music do you like?
I'm open to anything.
Okay, anything with rap I can handle.
I'm open. What you play is fine. I was listening a little bit this morning. I got a little nervous about some of the people calling in.
Asked him to be their man in Washington.
I thought Ed was coming with me. He said, no, he ain't coming.
He was going to call him, but his significant other had a back procedure he's getting done in Birmingham. So they were on the road. He said he's listening.
No.
So.
I like it. Well, he's not presumptuous. He's just a regular guy. Don't push no agenda on me. Just
no. You can get the scoop though on some behind the scenes.
Yeah, I know. That's my bud.
Yeah.
You cannot support him.
This is our longest break, and
I never thought it would happen to me.
I never thought this could happen.
get something else.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So you got water? I mean,
I'm good.
Okay, I don't have the water.
Okay.
We live life as though these types of life-altering incidents will never happen to us. Until they do.
Nelson Law. We fight for your compensation and your peace of mind. Don't just give it away. Nelson Law. 399-4988. A representation will say that quality legal services be performed straight from the quality legal services performed by other lawyers.
Ron's Roofing knows that when a storm damages your roof, it's hard to know what to do next. Easy. Rely on the most trusted and recognized roofing name, Ron's Roofing. They'll help protect you from the next storm. Ron's Roofing understands that your roof is your home's first line of defense. That's why they work with all insurance companies to ensure that your home is protected from any unexpected storms. A job won't get the Ron's Roofing name on it unless it's done right. Visit ronsroofing.com or call 215-0070. Introducing Venture X, Capital One's new travel card for people always asking,
Where next?
you earn 10x miles on hotels and rental cars, and 5x miles on flights booked through Capital One Travel, and 2x miles on everything else you buy with Venture X. Plus, receive premium travel benefits like access to over 1,300 airport lounges. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. Economists are warning that sanctions against Russia have triggered devastating inflation, worse than the current 40-year high. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bannon, and I urge you to protect your savings right now with a gold IRA through Birch Gold, the only company I trust for gold. Just text the word SECURE to 989898 to get a free info kit on how to protect your savings with gold. So text the word SECURE.
You know, you're getting old when everything you get in the mail says either life insurance, death, burial, or Medicaid. Okay then, you know. Every day there's a letter tell you, you're gonna die soon. Put those headphones on. There you go. And you can turn it up and down. The first one. And good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning again. We got a guest. We got a guest for about a half hour or so. We're going to talk to her about you old people. Okay, us old people. That's me. Listen, it's a blessing to get old. I know some people don't like to be called old, but it's better to be called old than cold. I'm just trying to tell you. Good morning to you. But we have a representative from this is our major delay guy right here. If you're in your radio, you ever listen to the traffic? That's yeah, that's the guy right there. That's the guy. Anyway,
and I'm an old guy.
That's right. And we don't mind being old.
I'm older. Let me put it that way.
Old is better than cold.
Beats the alternative.
Okay.
You got that right.
Now, tell us what you do, because I wanted to bring you up here. Because when I hit 60, when I first started getting to the age thing here, every letter I got in the mail was this: you're gonna die. You need some insurance. Okay, if you can't afford insurance, then get some burial insurance, or that, or you need. And I'm see Joe Namath one more time, or the guy from Good Times one more time. You know, telling me what I could. And then I find and then I find out half the crap they say you get for free. Well, it's not free because you pay for it with Part A, Part B, what the hell is it? Anyway, so if you guys got any question about if you're getting older, excuse me, what's the politically correct word? If you're maturing more,
you're getting on in age.
Yeah, if you're getting on
up in the years.
Right. If you need Viagra or whatever, I mean, you know, this is.
I'm sorry, I'm used to being on MIGs.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah. What I mean,
that's half your audience. That's less than half your audience.
I'm just saying, you know, that's a good sign. That
she don't deal with that.
Yeah. Anyway, so
okay,
come a little closer to the.
All right, I'll tell you who I am and what I do. So my name's Erin, and I work for a company called Viva Health. Viva's nonprofit. We're backed by UAB Hospital.
Relax. Take a breath. Yeah. Her hands are shaking. Bless her heart. She's nervous. So just lean up.
I hear your callers. I'm a little scared of them.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't worry. First of all, he's got to have something. So just lean up and relax. It's okay.
Thank you too.
So at Viva Health, we have two sections. We have group insurance. So big name companies like the Baptist Health Employees have our insurance. Alabama Power has our group insurance. But I specialize in the Medicare side of things.
Right.
So Kevin keeps saying old people, but Medicare is not just for the elderly. It's typically for people that are 65 and older.
Right.
But people that are on disability after 24 months are typically awarded Medicare as well.
All right. So if I'll be 65 in October.
Okay.
All right. So what do I need to do now? Because I've already drawn my Social Security.
Okay.
But I have none of that Medicaid, Medicare. I'm not even. One is Medicare.
So Medicaid, think income based.
Okay.
That's for low income.
Okay. Medicare is for older, when you need to care as you get older. All right. So I need the Medicare.
You've got a good situation. You're already drawing your Social Security, so you technically don't have to do anything. 3 months prior to your birth month, they are going to send you a red, white, and blue Medicare card.
Okay.
It's got two portions, A and B. A, you've already paid into the system, most likely. You've paid 10 years of your life in taxes.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to cost you
quite anything.
A few. Yeah. That part A is not going to cost you since you've already paid into the system. That portion is to go to the hospital.
Okay.
The reason you probably would want to look at some additional coverage, each time you go in the hospital, well, every 60-day period, there's over a $1,400 deductible you have to pay, plus you owe 20% of any doctors coming into that room. That's Part A. Part B is going to cost you. The standard rate for Part B is $170.10.
A month?
A month.
Okay.
And
That comes out of your Social Security.
They're going to take it.
Okay.
But that's
Whether I choose to or not, they're going to take it?
Well, let's talk about that. You do have certain things you could do. If you're on group insurance, and you like your group insurance, you can opt out of Medicare Part B until you're ready to retire. I will tell you this, if you don't take Part B and you have no other credible coverage, you start to build a penalty. It's 10% of the 170 for every year you go without. So basically, on top of the 170, you would be adding around $17 every year you go without Part B when you finally decide to turn it on.
Okay. Do you have to turn it on?
You don't have to, but if you don't have credible coverage, you're going to build that penalty. And Part B is to see your doctors. So then you would have no coverage to go see your primary specialist.
Okay. But if I get all that through the VA, do I have to worry about all this?
Oh, very good question. I have a lot of people who opt out of Part B who use the VA. But look, you got to be happy the rest of your years.
If it's free, I'm happy.
Okay. What is it not to be unhappy about?
Which is what I did. I opted out. I sent them a big old thing back. I sent that card back in the mail. Said, listen, I don't want this. To tell me I have to take your service. I was just, that didn't feel right to me. But yeah, I'm good.
Let's talk about that. Yes, I've seen it plenty of times. Plenty of times I have people that don't take Part B because they get all of their services at the VA.
Right.
But just know if you want outside coverage to see doctors,
Uh-huh.
and you later want to go turn that Part B on,
Uh-huh.
you're facing that penalty.
Okay.
We ain't gonna want it.
But would they come back and take it all at one time?
No.
It'll just start.
Let's talk about that. There are certain enrollment periods. If you do want to pick up your Part B,
Uh-huh.
you can only turn it on from January through March of every year, and then it doesn't go into effect till July 1st.
Okay.
So there's enrollment periods if you don't get Part B.
I hear about that a lot. Your enrollment period is now such as.
So basically, in order to get it, you lose almost $200 of your Social Security, is what they tell you. And it ain't that much Social Security to begin with. So to lose $200 of it, I mean, what, I'm gonna eat dog food?
No, Kevin, don't be attacking your food. You know, maybe just a few less pizzas.
No, it ain't.
You know,
it ain't that much money. I mean,
It 170 is quite a bit, and it was 148. But what the government does, they give you a little raise, and then they take it away by
of course they do. Of
increasing
course
that.
they do. That's what you get with government care.
But that kind of brings me into something to talk about. There is something called a Medicare savings program through every state.
Okay.
It will pay that Part B premium for you. A single person, if you make under $1,549 a month, the state will pay that 170. And a married couple, if you make under $2,080 a month, the state will pay that.
So you almost gotta be living outside.
Look.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if that's all you're making, you still got rent to pay, you still got light bill to pay. I mean, so basically you gotta be damn near improper.
But now, a lot of people don't have access to the VA, and they have to take that Part B because that's the portion to see doctors.
They need to go see their recruiter. You can get in a little late in life. Anyway, nice to talk to you. I got to go.
All right. Anything else you want to know?
You told me what I need to know. I don't need to do anything. It'll take care of itself.
Well, now you're going to get a Medicare card. If
Right.
you don't want B,
You're gonna get a bunch of them.
if you get that Medicare card and you don't want Part B, it says mail it back.
All right.
And
I'll
that's
do that.
what I did. And
Nice to meet you.
I put it in highlight. Yeah, no, I don't want it. But on television, they make it seem as though it is Medicare Part B is just a great thing, and it ain't going to cost you nothing. But that's a lie. It does cost you.
Well, now those commercials have caused me a lot of problems. It's kind of like a switch and bait. They're trying to see if you qualify for that Medicare savings program. So they're trying to get you to call in.
Right.
Because Medicare's got strict guidelines. You've got to call them first. Well, private insurance companies like me, you've got to contact us first. You're not supposed to cold call. You can't go door to door. So by saying you can potentially get Part B at no cost, they've got you calling in. Even if you don't qualify, they'll say, well, we have great plans to talk to you about anyways. So.
Let's take a call on the phone here. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
I got a question. Okay. Now, good morning.
Hi.
If you have, okay, Medicare, primary, A, B, TRICARE, for life, okay, but if you, would it be advantageous to also get that, just in case, unlike Kevin, you don't want to go to the VA all the time?
I love this question. My favorite thing to do right now is TRICARE for Life. You can't listen to Kevin on this one. VA operates differently. To have TRICARE for Life and for it to work, you have to have Part A and B. So opting out of B is not an option for you. So what happens is your Medicare A and B pays primary, and that TRICARE for Life picks up your healthcare costs after that. Now, I'm here also because I'm in sales. I have a product that will actually pay a portion of your Part B, and it gives you vision and dental all at no cost. So adding a plan like an Advantage plan nowadays, in the old days I used to tell people, you got TRICARE for Life, you're set. But TRICARE for Life doesn't cover vision or dental. My parents are both TRICARE for Life, and I put them on a plan 2 years ago, and it really showed. My father was able to get glasses, go to an eye appointment, and you could see on the bill where TRICARE didn't pay, but his Viva plan did. We also have a $50 buyback because you do have to have your Part B. We are paying $50 of that $170, so we're also putting money back in your pocket. So TRICARE for Life works different than the VA. You have to keep your A and B for that TRICARE for Life to work.
I called yesterday somebody, and you know, we didn't work out because she was jail too much. But could you get my number from Kevin and call me?
Well, now you just called her.
Yeah, I'm gonna give out my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number, and if we're not the right fit, I'm one to tell you. But I love working with people that have TRICARE for Life.
Okay, because like I said, I need them.
Right.
You know, so.
Oh yeah, and there's no premium.
Okay, good. Good morning, you're on the air.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes.
I love it. I love it when you take the right field, man. Write this down as one of the best programs we have. Looking out for the seniors.
That's right. I'm one of y'all now.
Hey, look. I sort of go over that. She said that if you're earning less than $1,500 a month, that the state will pay you $170.
Yeah, it's a program called a Medicare Savings Program. It is ran through Medicaid. You don't get Medicaid benefits. They simply pay that $170. Well, $170.10 to be exact. A single person, if you make under $1,549 a month, I got the paperwork and I can see. Worst thing they could do is say no. I have the paperwork. I can mail it to you. You can stop by my office and get it. And Medicaid's office are closed down, so we e-fax it in. Takes about 3 weeks to get an answer on it. So a single person, $1,549, couple, $2,080. If that's you, we could potentially get that Part B paid for.
Oh yeah, that's good information. Okay, thanks, Kevin.
Appreciate it. So basically, if you make $18,588 a year, if you make $18,589, you're up to creek. But if you make $18,588, then you can basically you gotta be damn near impoverished.
I mean, $1,549 is a good amount to make if you.
Not if your rent's $900 a month.
Well,
I'm just saying, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's better, no help at all. That's good. Good morning, you're on there.
Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, sir.
And this is a great show. I'm with your last caller. My question is similar to the previous caller. So is this Part B means tested? So if Kevin makes $100,000 a year, is he gonna pay more for his Part B than I would if I made $30,000?
Oh yeah, you're getting technical on me, but I'm prepared. The government does not like if you saved and made money in life. The standard rate for Medicare Part B is $170.10. But a single person, if you make over $91,000 a year, they start to give you an income-related penalty, and that Part B premium gets larger. Quick story: I had a doctor who's a friend of mine. He was trying to decide if he wanted to come off group insurance, and because of his income, his Part B was going to be over $300 a month. So keeping his group insurance was going to be lower at this time. Now, people retire. They base that off of 2 years ago tax returns. Of course, once you retire, you usually make less. You can have Social Security adjust it. So yes, if you make over a certain amount, you start looking at some income-based penalties.
Thank you, Kim. This was a great show. Thank you for the quality information.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm trying to figure anything else. Okay, so, but with with the regular stuff, however you call it, you don't get dental and you don't get eye.
You don't get vision, dental, or what they call D. Always think of D as in drugs. So
Okay.
that's where you got to seek out private insurance if you don't have TRICARE for Life or the VA. And then to get technical, there's teachers that get PHIP retirement plans. Federal employees get retirement plans that offer them those extras, but you have to have Medicare for them to work.
So basically, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I've been wrong a lot in my life. Basically, it sounds to me that we're talking about Medicare.
Medicare. So think Medicaid is income, low income.
Right.
Medicare
is for age. It sounds like me they're trying to say that the government's helping you do a little, but not a whole hell of a lot.
I mean, there's people who are on the exchange who have a private Blue Cross product prior to 65 who are paying $1,000 a month.
That ain't me.
I know, but I mean, but once you become Medicare age,
Okay.
to those people, 170 is
Well,
not
no, that's
horrible.
true. Oh, that's true. That's true.
And then there are those programs to help subsidize the payment of it.
Okay. Now what about cancer?
Okay.
Because that's everybody's scared of that 6-letter word. Does Medicare, do they help you or they just patch you up until you die?
No, okay, so Medicare has deductibles, and then it pays 80%, leaving you with 20%.
Which is still going to be a substantial amount.
Correct. And like I said, I'm here with a hidden agenda. I do sell insurance.
Okay.
That's why you probably would want to pair it with a plan. You have two options, a supplement or an advantage plan. If you're a sickly person, I don't sell supplements, but I think they're the right choice. They cost a monthly premium in addition to that Part B, but it would pick up that 20% that you're talking about for cancer. Now, a plan like an advantage plan, which I represent, we cover the majority of those cancer treatments. And then there's what's called an out-of-pocket max, where there's what we call a stop loss. That's the most you could pay. On our most popular plan, it's $5,900. That's the most you could pay in co-pays. So there is a stop in
every year, or
every year. It's calendar year.
I mean, if I had $5,900 to pay, co-pay, I probably wouldn't need Medicare.
No, you would, because cancer is about 20-something thousand a month, and the majority of Medicare is paying that.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Let's say I find, unfortunately, that I have cancer. I need the treatment, but I just don't have the 20%.
Okay.
Am I put on the curb?
No, you're not put on the curb. I will not get political. The only time I get mad is when people say, I'm not going to be treated. No, if you show up to a hospital, they're not going to turn their back on you. The Cancer Center has a great program. I've just been doing this so long, so I know people in the community. Right. They have a advocacy program that can help you potentially with your portion of that 20% if you don't have another plan in place. No one's going to leave you behind. There's all kinds of programs.
But now, here's another question.
Okay.
Do I get relegated to the really cheap medicine at that point?
No.
Or
No, there's no secret. Hey, we're going to send them to Dr. X, who's he treats the low income.
Yeah.
No, it's the same. Look, the majority of their payment is coming from Medicare. I'm not going to say this. They're most likely happy with that payment. Your payment, I know $5,000 is a lot. On a plan like ours, that's the most you could be out of pocket. But that's a drop in a bucket to what they're getting from the insurance company. Let's be honest.
Okay. Gotta take a break. Tell folks who you are again.
My name's Erin, and I work with Viva Medicare. And I'll give you my cell phone. It's 334-318-8857.
Okay. We'll come back with a couple more questions for her, and then we'll talk about it when she leaves. And we'll be right back.
You better really check it out. To the sad, sad truth, to turn it all down.
You can tell how old people by the music they listen to. But it does seem you just gotta be damn near living outside before you get any help. And if you got any money, you gotta give it all to them.
Look, I will always say this, the government doesn't like when you make money.
I
It's
don't.
almost better to be destitute because you can get everything for free. Correct. Yes. That is very true.
Amen. But then you become a slave to the government. I mean, you do. Oh, please. Oh, please. Also, I'm kind of a slave to the VA.
Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Interesting. But I went through a lot of things trying to, because everybody kept telling me, no, you got to have part B, part B. You're not going to tell me that I get free medicine, I get free, free is a long word considering my pay. But I get that now. So why in the world do I want you guys to take 170? And everybody kept telling me, you got to do it. I said, no, that make no sense. I don't need it. You know?
I have a lot of people who want outside coverage from the VA. In that case, you do have to have it.
Oh yeah. If you're not satisfied with the VA, right? And a lot of people are not.
Yeah.
You know, me is free because you can go to a civilian doctor, screw you up, and you still got to pay them.
Yeah. Sure.
With the VA, they screw you up. It's called free anyway.
Yeah. The tax filing deadline. If you owe taxes back this year, don't stress.
I mean, I tell you, my only issue with the VA has always been I can't understand the doctor. That's my.
This year, great. You can spend it on whatever you want. Just head to our website now to enter this national contest for your chance to win $5,000 with the Uncle Sam's giveaway.
Enter to win the Uncle Sam's giveaway. News Radio 1440.
I'm getting more comfortable. I wasn't nervous because I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But just anytime you're in a new situation, you're a little nervous to start with.
There's another successful way to treat this problem.
Because people are turning 65 all the time.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is recommended by the American Academy of Sleep
But it's
Medicine.
not
for
just that.
anyone
Like I
who
said,
cannot tolerate or
people who
use
opted out of B
sleep
because they were still
medical
working
insurance
are now
and is
retiring
offered
and
by
taking up
Dr.
their
Michael
Part B.
Rowley, a Montgomery Orthodontist who has been successfully treating sleep
aging
apnea
in,
patients
people
for the past
retiring.
30 years. Left untreated, the serious medical associations of high blood pressure, heart attack, strokes,
Just
and
think, going
cardiovascular
39.
disease will remain and will only result in a
I like it
decrease
the
of
opposite
your
way. I have a
ability
long
to
time
find
before I can
significant
retire.
medical
That's
expense.
sad.
Oral sleep appliances have been used successfully to treat
I ain't gonna
thousands of
never
patients
retire.
across the United
Yeah.
States.
I mean, I
A
just,
short no-cost
if I
evaluation
die, I
of
hope I
Dr.
die
Michael
doing
Rowley
something.
will
I
help
just
you enlighten
not gonna
you
go
on
sit
the
home.
possibility of alternative
COVID
treatment.
proved that
Always
I
call
have
us
to
today
be
at 279
doing
6910.
Yeah, I
I
just
was
can't do
for,
it.
279 6910.
I don't want to work. I don't want to work at home. Well, I can do work at home. Something, my little part-time thing. I can just fix computers. But I got to do something. I mean, you go crazy. Well, what's on TV today?
it drove me. They set it up to where we can still do things from home, but my office is about 10 miles away. I'd rather just drive up there and be out of the house. doing something.
By
Oh,
rising
yeah.
costs. Inflation is a tax on every single one of us, and it is killing our economy. As Alabama's next senator, I'll fight to save our economy. not only
Do
for our
black
seniors,
elderly
but for the
people
next generation
take
who's being
advantage
crushed
of
by
this
runaway
thing,
inflation and
or
destructive debt. Here's what I'm saying.
at the rate
If Congress
as white
doesn't balance
elderly
the
people?
budget, they shouldn't get paid. No balanced
I've
budget,
seen
no paycheck.
Katie
We're
Britt will
off
stop
air.
Joe Biden's
But I'm
tax
totally-
expenditure
I'm totally off.
and fight to restore President Trump's
I'm
booming
over in Elmore
economy.
County,
I'm
which
Katie
has
Britt,
a lot
and I
of
approve this message.
Paid for by Brick for Alabama Inc.
white people using the
Introducing
system.
Venture X,
So
Catalan's new
I've
travel
seen-
card for people always asking.
I just want to. A lot of times, every time I hear news, well, you know, black folks can't vote because they can't get no ID. Yeah, we can. We got ID. We're making all these excuses. So I just want. Are we participating?
Your younger generation, yeah, not the seniors. I would say this. I've been to neighborhoods
What's in your
where there will be I go to Ridgecrest,
For details.
and I'll go to an elderly's home, and their house is impeccable, beautiful yard, and then next door it's just young people with, they take care of their stuff. They have saved, they have. So no, I actually want to say that.
Okay.
Just text the word secure to 989898 to get a free info kit.
Okay, let me see that, buddy.
With gold.
Call me here.
Text the word secure.
$18,588.
This is the Tom Hannity Show.
I'm good.
Join me every afternoon at 2 right here on News Radio 1440.
Okay, we're back. All right, last segment with my guest this morning, which is what's your first name again, dear?
It's Erin.
Erin?
Yes.
Okay, like Erin or ARI?
You spelled it right with the E.
Okay, good. Okay. One more thing I must ask you before we get out of here. Are there people in our communities that don't know about Medicaid or Medicare? Do you run into people? Because when I first started getting these things in the mail, I used to throw them away. I thought it was advertising. I just dumped it. I didn't care anything about that stuff. Do you believe there are people out there, older people, who just don't know they have that benefit?
Oh yeah, 100%. I met a lady the other day struggling with drug costs, struggling with making her house payment, and no one ever told her about these income limits. And I'm not going to promise this to people, but Medicaid sometimes will go back and backdate it, so she got a little bit of a refund check for them paying her Part B. But yeah, it blows my mind that a lot of people don't know about certain resources in the community.
I get calls periodically, people who tell me that my mom's medicine, she just really can't afford it. Is there any place out there that can help people like that?
Two things. I would tell you to always call me.
Okay.
There is something we haven't talked about, but it's on my list here. It is called Limited Income Subsidy. It is through Social Security, and it's to help get your drug costs down. Those income limits, I say no matter what your income is, call me, because they take into consideration if you support other people. So there's really no hard number to throw out.
Okay.
What it does is if you get approved, it would make your generics no more than $3.90 for 90-day fills, and your expensive name brands no more than $9.80 for 90-day fills. It's you can call me or you can go.
Leave me that card.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave them. It's called Limited Income Subsidy. It's through Social Security. Now, if you don't get approved for that, there is a program called Senior RX. Great ladies. I've worked with them for years. They're not trying to sell you insurance. You have to have insurance anyways before you start the process. But every state gets government money through this program called Senior RX, where they can write the pharmaceutical companies to potentially get you some help to get those medicines that you need. So there are resources.
Okay. Good morning on there. Yes.
Hi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have an FBI number for them.
Oh, yes.
And I get a lot of calls, Kevin. And, I don't know what to tell them. I take anything but a pay.
Okay.
TRICARE for Life, we talked about they're going to pay. I think you saw it this morning with that A and B visitation review. And, my suggestion, and I take all the insurance in my business, is there's a place on the iPad, and it's called Viva Cafe. You could go in there and probably find some people that will talk face-to-face about the same stuff. And I think it's a worthwhile trip to look into Viva, which is an Alabama company. And that's all I have to say.
Well, I'll say this. I know who you are. And I love working with you. Yes, that is me at the Viva Cafe. I do work for Viva Health. We're right there where we have people.
And where's it?
It's called the Courtyard. It's across from Home Depot. It's 21.
Oh, you over there?
Yes.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
Well, Starbucks and all that stuff.
Yes, and that is one of my favorite providers that just called in. And his TRICARE for Life question, it's because they don't cover vision, and so that's when a plan like Viva comes into place. They come around and pick that up. So
how can people reach you?
My cell phone is probably the best way. It is. I'll give it to you. There you go. It's the first number on there.
You're lucky. You're going to be actually put in my phone. Most of them I just take the cards and bounce them. But I'm going to put you in my phone here. I may need you. Never can tell. So give me your number again.
It is 334-318-8857.
Okay. One more time. Old people, they're kind of slow.
Okay. It's 318-8857.
And if you didn't get it, I got it, and I'm gonna keep it here in the studio or in my phone. So if you heard something you at work you can't call, feel free to give me a call, and I'll give you her number, and you can reach out to her and help you out. But it sounds like they need to investigate this, whether they think they need it or not. I just happen to be one of them folks. I love the VA because it's free, but free ain't always good, and good ain't always free. Okay, so that's true too. But I have been blessed by the good Lord above. I've never really been sick, and so it's coming. Did it get it? May skip a generation. You never can tell. But I am glad you can. I'm glad Ed Bertorelli introduced us, so we can do it. And I'm going to have you back again because people turn ages all the time, and sometimes people are not in that position right now, so that they think that I don't worry about that kind of thing. It's kind of like seeing a guy pushing his car. Yeah, you should have put some gas in your car. Then next thing you know, we see you pushing your car.
Yeah. So
it depends on where you are. So give your number one more again.
Okay, it is 334-318-8857.
And that is Viva Health. Now I think I heard you on another radio station before.
Oh, I've been with Viva over 12 years. I've done TV, radio, probably.
Okay, because I heard you. Because I thought, what an interesting thing to talk about, because, we don't really have, if you're young, you don't care about it. And if you're old, you forget about it.
Well, now you say that. Don't forget, people have Medicare due to disability.
Okay,
so
that's right.
I've had people as young as 19 contact me, so.
Okay. Well, nice talking to you. We will see you again. Again, that number, let me use my professional radio voice to tell you that number one more time. It is 334-318-8857. And her name is Erin. I won't give you a last name just in case you don't want to know.
Oh, you can say it.
Lowry?
It's Lowry.
Your dad ain't retired from the airport, is he?
No, God.
Okay. I know. It's something going to get something. We'll be back.
Okay. I'm going to leave these.
Do that, yeah.
In case anyone ever needs anything. And that was fun.
.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters shipped directly to you at prices less than big box retailers. Blaster blinds are easy to and now save 45% off any order. Just use code radio at checkout. Blindster.com.
Call me all the time.
I'm not getting involved in that.
I got it.
I don't think you like it.
No, you really like
So that will make today's highs in the 60s, around 64 feel even cooler. Plenty of sun this morning, but we'll have some clouds mixed in this afternoon. Tonight, the top will partly down to 39. Saturday, once again, 64, more sunshine though. Then up to 70 to 80 on Sunday. That's first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seager for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywash Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good afternoon, Montgomery. We've got a new accident on Vaughn Road and Pike Road. So be careful there, Vaughn and Pike. Also finishing the accident, Clay Street westbound at South Holt. Registration for summer semester is open at Trenham State. Classes begin May 23rd. Go to trenhamstate.edu or call 420-4200. Trenham State. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major
When it
Delay.
comes to tires, bald ain't so beautiful. It's time for a tire makeover at Chico's Auto Pros. Better price, better experience, guaranteed. 239-9510.
DQ presents. Picture this. You stand for the awe-inspiring new signature stack burger menu with DQ, and your mouth wonders, where have you been in my life? That's 5 taste bud tempting cheeseburgers with 100% real seasoned beef. You peek at the loaded A1 stack burger with 2 premium sauces. Then the flamethrower stack burger with tongue-tingling jalapeno bacon. Then you realize moments like these are exactly why we have the DQ signature stack burger menu. DQ. Happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Varsity Budget Car Truck Sales, Montgomery and Brattville. I just got back from my doctor's office, and he told me I need to turn down the stress a notch or two, and that's got me in a real pickle. So, to relieve the stress, I'm going to make it possible for people to buy with just a nickel. Most dealers require $1,000, $2,000, or even $5,000 down. At Budget Car and Truck Sales, you can drive a like-new car, truck, van, or sport utility with just a nickel down. Stress-free. Are credit problems in the past keeping you stressed out? My credit approval process will take the stress away. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay you up to $4,055 for any trade. Stress-free.
If gas prices are stressing you out, the Nickel Pickle Sale will help you out. Stress-free. We are the People's Car Dealer. Budget Car Truck Sale, 61 Mendale Parkway, next to Fraser Church, or in Prattville, 508 McQueen Smith Road, across from Walmart. Visit us online at buybudgetonline.com.
The Biscuits are making fresh memories all summer. Come bake them at Riverwalk with our opening weekend beginning April 12th as we tip our hats to baseball and root for the butter and blue. Opening weekend includes match fireworks, t-shirt giveaways, bucket hat giveaways, and the 9 Night, a celebration of Black baseball pioneers, past, present, and future. For more information, visit biscuitsbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-FALL.
Thinking about life insurance? What if you could make one free phone call and learn the best price from up to 10 price competitive companies? Well, that's exactly what happens when you call SelectQuote. For example, George is 39. He was getting sky-high quotes from other companies because he takes meds to control his blood pressure. But when I shopped around, I found him a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $22 a month. I'm SelectQuote agent Dan Savino, and believe me, if SelectQuote isn't shopping for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 800-890-6688. That's 800-890-6688. 800-890-6688. Or go to selectquote.com. Since 1985, we shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policy at selectquote.com/commercials. The price may vary depending on your health issue and company member factors. Not available.
Attention men, have you ever been embarrassed when the time was right, but you just couldn't perform? Now there's hope. The secret starts with a visit to Montgomery Men's Health. Men from 21 to 93 are performing better than before, even when the pills don't work. Their urologist, Dr. Tom Alderson, is using treatments that can help you perform for 30 minutes to an hour and a half. A full meal performance, all without surgery. Your total cost for the doctor's visit, all tests, including a PSA and testosterone test, is only $99. Give them a call, even if the pills haven't worked, or you have a medical issue like heart problems or prostate issues. If you have erectile dysfunction and want to perform much better, call now. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Get your confidence back. 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. See website for more information on side effects. Treatments extra. Results may vary. Montgomery Men's Health.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
Mercy, mercy me. Okay, we're back. All right then, whatever's on your mind. I got a lot of things I can get to. Don't forget, 11 o'clock today at the 11 o'clock at the school board facilities down here on Decatur Street. I think it's where we will find out who takes the reins of Montgomery County school system. All I want to know, discipline and order. That's all I want to hear. Everything else, okay, fine. I can handle anything else. Just give me some discipline. Just give me some order. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, that's not too much to ask from a school system. I don't think so. 860-1440 is the number. You want to give us a call? Let me talk to you. I do have that Aaron's number. So should you guys want to call at some point, I know you may be 30-something years old now. You think you're going, so you might want to think about the future. Okay. Let's go back to phone right quick. Good morning. Who's this? Who's this, Ed? All right, Ed. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. All right, then. Anyway, old folks, we all need a hand sometimes. What else we got going on? What else we got going? I had a lot of things to talk about this morning. Lots of things. Good morning. Okay, guess I don't have anybody there. Let me see what else I got going on. I had exhaustive studies last night. Don't forget, lessons of life. The past is where we learn, not where we live. All right, move right along. Don't forget the school teacher today. The Montgomery County Board of Education will hold a special call board meeting to announce the next superintendent of Montgomery Public Schools today at 11 o'clock down at the building. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. Yeah, those are we need more hours like that. Yeah. Go right ahead. Yeah, yeah. 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 Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's right. Slick Willie. Oh yeah. Just the name of few. Right. Yeah, the big guy. Yeah. Right. Right. The big guy. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Now that does sound a little bit more pleasant to the ear. The big guy. Okay, we'll call him that. I think we at this station we will call him the big guy. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. And the big guy's in. I don't know where he's at right now. Move around. Uh, if you keeping up with Ukraine, the Russians fired a missile at something and at a train station, and they 35 people dead, 100 people wounded after Russian missile landed in a train station. Now here's an interesting story. Myron Pope was arrested and charged with soliciting prostitution by the West Alabama Human Trafficking Task Force in February. Remember that? And he quit his job. Now here's what I'm wondering. He was arrested on charges of soliciting prostitution, but they found him. They took the court and they dropped all the charges. Here's what I can't understand about our society. So a man is trying to buy him something. Okay, I mean we pay for it either way it goes. There's some people like the direct approach though, without having to go through all the crap and telling all the lies and say, yeah, I'm gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna pay your rent and all that stuff. Okay, we just don't want to go through. We just upfront. Okay, how much is it? Fine, that's good. And we put a brother in jail for that. We would call you all kind of names, but you can be a guy and be with another guy or a woman with another woman, which is abnormal, which is unnatural, but a brother who's doing a natural thing, saying, I have a desire, I need your product, you have the product, here's what it costs, bam, here it is. And that's a natural thing. I mean, men been with women for years, and we're gonna put them in jail. But if you're a guy, if you're two guys, or two girls, you can get married to one another. I don't understand the duplicity in that system. So a brother doing something that's natural. I mean, he know he gonna pay one way or the other. I mean, we all pay one way or the other. So he just said, hey, forget the middleman, forget the light bill company, forget the rent. Just let me put this in your hand and let's just take care of this. Okay, it's a natural occurrence. Okay, natural occurrence. Economic. It's the science of economics. I'm just saying. So, but now y'all want a brother to go pay the rent. Hey, I got a car note that's due. They're gonna turn off my lights, all kind of things, and you gotta go through all that before you get to the main goal here. And the main goal is a natural one. Now it may be somewhat inappropriate, but it's a hell of a lot more natural than two guys. In my mind. Now I don't care what people do. What you do is what you do. We good. But I just don't get it. So they're gonna put them all in the newspaper and all kind of things, make them look bad when he just doing what comes natural. Okay, I don't know. I just don't get it. But we can kill our children now up to the 9th month if you live in Oklahoma. You can kill them up until the 9th month of birth. You can eradicate your child, and nobody goes to jail. We're a country in trouble. Good morning. Yeah. Now, who's your best friend? What's wrong with Clarence? Clarence didn't do anything. Yeah, but again, she's still her own person. And that's good. Listen, his son is the one calling the big guy in the email. And that's fine. I don't have any problem with that. I hope he is her best friend. Wait a minute. Hunter brought his father into that conversation, not us. Okay, and that's cool. And I'm not going to blame Joe Biden. Wait, I'm not going to blame Joe Biden if his son's a crackhead. I don't care. But if his son is engaged in getting extra money on the pretense that his father's about, I think that's a different issue. No, she wasn't trying. No, that's her fault. She's a citizen. No, that's her. No, I don't. And if Hunter's making money on his own, I'm good. But how she make money off of him? Wait a minute. People get, when you have a board, no. Hold on. When you have a board, you want to put people on the board who are in positions of influence. So if Jenny Thomas goes out, no, he was just a son of the president. Well, I guess he is in a position of influence. Hey, listen, you know, I ain't got time to talk to you all night long, all day long. I got to run. I'm running out of time. But we'll talk about more of that next week. Good morning. How you doing there, Phyllis? What's wrong about it? You pay for it anyway. You says who? It's a sin that wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. It's the sin. Oh, okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, let me ask something. Do you know? Yeah, I don't really care about that. But do you realize that if it hadn't been for Lewis and what's his name traveling to the West, ongoing, and people coming from the East West Coast, are we not tough enough anymore in America to take a name? Give me a break. This is America. We've been cussing people out for centuries in America. We don't have a king. Yeah, but we don't have a king, though. Okay. I agree with you. We can have different opinions. But again, you always call it the end of the hour, so I ain't gonna get it. I got to go. Bye.
We have Judd Davis in the WSFA 12 newsroom. Here's what's happening.
Why in the hell do we ever sell America if everybody can't take a name? Give me a break. Oh.
As the first black female justice on the U.S. Supreme Court, 3 Republicans joined Democrats.
If you can't play the game, sit on the porch.
Address the nation later today from the White House.
Yellow.
Over the summer. The Montgomery County School Board will vote on a new superintendent later today. Candidates include Dr. Melvin Brown from Ohio, Dr. Anthony Lewis from Kansas, Dr. Marla Shepard from Texas, and Dr. Donald Warren from Georgia. The meeting will be held at 11 o'clock this morning. We'll carry it live on WSFA 12 News and WSFA.com. Researchers at Colorado